It's time for UW-Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Follow the Pointers all season long as they battle in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports and Under Armour. And good evening from KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver, along with me, Sean McMahon. The playoffs are here, my friend. Pointers march through the regular season and come away with the number one seed here. They will host the UW-Stout Blue Devils in a semifinal series this weekend. And Sean Stout, a team, let's start with them, lost 5 of 6 down the stretch to fall into that 4 spot, but managed to sweep River Falls, and here they are at KB Willett Arena.
Yeah, a combined 2-7 against Eau Claire. Stout and Eau Claire, Superior and Stevens Point. You know, mixed bag. Right? Yeah. I mean, they had a tough finish to the regular season where they closed out the regular season with series against Stevens Point, Superior, and Eau Claire. Yeah, that's a tough way to go, but you got to figure it out. I'm interested to see this Blue Devil team. They started off red hot. They can bury the puck, but have gone a little cold as of late. But he played River Falls. Steve Freeman, you know how he works in the playoffs, always up for a challenge. And they firmly kept 2 hands on the wheel last weekend. It'll be interesting to see how the Blue Devils come out here at Willett Arena.
17-9-1 through the regular season. I think that's the most wins they've had since like 2010.
Yep.
It is. And you got to find a way to survive this weekend. It's the 2 games plus a mini game format. And for Stevens Point, Sean, I'm very impressed with the way the Pointers finished up in Superior. Got the sweep, nailed down the number 1 seed on Friday night, and then probably maybe played their best game of the year on Saturday night with really nothing to play for. Right. They were better Saturday night than they were Friday night.
Absolutely beat Superior mentally, physically, all facets of the game. Unfortunately, we weren't able to call it. Yeah. It would have been great to. That would have been a fun one to call.
We'll get to that a bit later on.
Exactly. Yeah. But a great way to end the regular season, a great way to earn the number 1 seed here in the WIAC playoffs, and you really kind of put yourself in the driver's seat. 3 wins, you would think that would lead to, well, it's going to lead to an NCAA tournament berth. Yep. But you could also get a quarterfinal here, or however they decide to shake things out.
Who knows? But it doesn't do any good if you don't win here tonight.
Correct.
So we'll do that. Pointers and Blue Devils, game 1 of this WIAC series. We'll take a break, come back and hear from Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger as our pregame show rolls on here on the Pointers Sports Network. The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions. Continue with our Pointer pregame show on the Pointers Sports Network. Tonight, Pointers open the postseason. WIAC Tournament semifinal game 1 against UW-Stout at Willett Arena. We talk now with Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. And Coach, well-deserved week off here. Let's, if you can, put a kind of a bow on a regular season here. I thought your fellas went to Superior and took the bull by the horns, for lack of a better term there, and really locked down that number one spot in impressive fashion. It was a good way to finish the regular season, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a journey this year with this group. A lot of highlights, a lot of lows, and we're coming together at the right time and peaking at the right time and playing our best hockey at the right time, which is what we want. Different situation this year with the AQ for sure, of decisions and how we structure things, and now it's all about these 3 games. Put ourselves in the opportunity, the best chance that we could through the regular season to give ourselves the home ice advantage and get the number 1 seed. Now it's about going out and taking care of business.
I thought really an encouraging sign was the fact, you took care of business Friday night, but I thought played even better on Saturday when, you might think you let up the gas, but your fellas certainly didn't do that.
Yeah, they're hungry. We talked about wanting to continue to play the right way and get momentum going into the playoffs, and thought we did a great job last weekend of, I thought our D were phenomenal. It's the best I've seen them in a 2-game stretch as a whole. When they were shutting those down. And when they're on, we're usually pretty good in games. And I thought our power play's been good. Penalty kills have been good. Special teams have been there. So it's good things to see. And we've had a good week and a half of practice. And, now it's do or die season.
What'd you do? How'd you break? Did you try to break the week up a little bit? Or what'd you do? Or how'd you handle things?
Took Monday off. Then we skated Tuesday through Saturday. Not long, pretty light, pretty intense. And worked on a few things that I think we needed to work on, and we were going in that week. You don't know who you're prepping for. It's either Stout or River Falls, and 2 teams that play pretty opposite as far as how they're structured and what you're preparing for. So for us, it's about just tightening up a few things that we want to get tightened up going to the playoffs. More so than anything else, you got to keep your edge. You got to keep your game-like edge a little bit. So we had a pretty intense week of practice in that bye week.
As you come into things, really, the key to living in the playoffs here is to, stay ahead of the curve, right? Be on the 8 ball here, and not have to expend that energy to try to make up for things and things like that. But lead means everything.
Yeah, it's everything gets tighter and everything gets magnified, and that's what we've been talking about for 12 months and working on for 12 months. Is that it comes down to one game. This is a 2-game series, yes, but after this, it's one game, and even these every game is magnified, and the mistakes are magnified. So it's about taking some risk out of your game in areas and playing a certain style at this time of year. And that definitely momentum is huge in these type of single games where you get the lead quickly. It's can be a different type of game, but we're prepared to play any type of game that comes at us. We've been through the ringer this year as far as coming back, penalty filled games, playing with the lead. We've been there, so I don't think we're going to be fazed by whatever we see.
Getting these games here at home, that's why you do the hard work, and when you want momentum, you want those swings. That's another way to take advantage of things.
100%. We got to get the crowd into it early. Our last game we had a good crowd. I expect it to be pretty energized and buzzing, and you got to use it to our advantage.
Health-wise, I know sometimes to heal some bumps. I think you've only had 4 guys that have played all 25 games here. It's been some bumps in that road, but you got bodies getting better. Everybody's nicked up at the end of the year here, but that week off certainly helped.
It did. Still missing a couple guys that are still on the track to get back as we move on here, but one thing else, I think it was just a good way to take a breath a little bit for everybody. Heal up physically, get some rest, get your nings and bruises a little bit taken care of, but try to just mentally put yourself in the right mind frame for the stretch run the next 6 weeks that we got coming up.
All right, Coach. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointers Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylists at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square-faced wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, Coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylists, they know no 2 guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point.
All right, back here at Willett Arena. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Here's our starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the Blue Devils of UW-Stout, 17-8-1 on the season. Let's see here. They went 6-8-1 in the WIAC. The goaltender, Tyler Masternat, 6 feet, 170 to sophomore out of Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. 11-3-1, a 1.93 goals against average, save percentage of .929. The defenseman, Gunnar Moore, 6 feet, 170 and a freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And Alex Stuckert, 5'8", 170 and a senior out of Woodbury, Minnesota. Minnesota. Up front, Peyton Hart, a hat trick Saturday to send Stout here. 6'2", 195, and a sophomore out of Delafield, Wisconsin. The right wing, Kobe Keller, 6 feet, 185, and a senior out of Mosinee. The left wing, Dylan Rallis, 6'2", 205, and a senior out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Mike McDonald in his third season, 29, 35, and 1. He's assisted by Mike Janda, Bill Manuel, and Austin Pratt. For the Pointers, UW-Stevens Point, Ryan Wagner gets the start in net, 5'11", 175, and a senior for the captain out of Indianapolis, Indiana. On defense, Mick Hennigan, 5'11", 175, and a junior out of Niles, Illinois. And Sam Ide, 6'5", 220, and a junior out of Grant, Minnesota. Up front, the centerman, Jordan Fader, 6'1", 200, and a senior out of Rice Lake. Wilson Northey, another senior captain, 6 feet, 185, and a senior out of North Vancouver, British Columbia. The left wing is Jake Tice, 6 feet, 215, and a senior out of Chanhassen, Minnesota. Should mention Ryan Wagner on the season, 7-3-1. Sean, his goals against average down to 1.86.
Yes.
And he gets the nod here tonight. Tyler Krieger in his sixth season, 112 wins, 28 losses, and 14 ties. He's assisted by Brian Crom and Chris Nelson. And Sean, that win on Saturday over UW Superior, the 1,200th game in Pointer hockey history over 42 seasons. The Pointers carry a 61.3 winning percentage all time. We'll get to some series and playoff numbers coming up. We'll take a break, come back. Opening face-off, WIAC playoffs coming up next here on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC. All right, we are set to go here. These two teams, Stevens Point a 2-1 record, 3-2 win here in Stevens Point on November the 18th, a 4-1 win in Menominee on January the 27th, Stout a 3-1 win the next night on the 28th of January. All-time series between these two teams, Stevens Point leads 51-42-3. Stevens Point, Sean, 21-3 against the Blue Devils in their last 24 games. And if you look at WIAC Tournament, this is the first time these two teams have met in the WIAC. All-time first round, the Stout. Let's see here. I should say in the semifinal round when they've advanced, they're 1-2-2 overall. Stevens Point 14-1-2. Because we're on a heater here, 8 straight title games, right?
Yes.
Trying to keep that going.
Yep.
All right, Brandon Schrader and Dustin Martin, the referees here tonight. Bryce Wold and Connor Rowan will work the lines here tonight as we are set to go here. Again, it's the first basically to get 2 wins. They'll play full games tonight and tomorrow night, and if needed, a mini game to follow. You want no part of the mini game. It's off the opening draw. Here's Stevens Point. Jake Tice drags it ahead. Sam Ide with it. He'll force it deep into the Stevens Point end. Tyler Masternak, the goaltender here. They went with now up and out of play, went with a 2-headed monster approach of the goaltenders between Dawson Green and Tyler Masternak, but it's been Masternak here in the postseason that has gotten the nod for Mike McDonald. Of course, what is it, Superior and Eau Claire?
Yep.
Playing over at Hobbs Ice Arena. We'll keep an eye on that in the other semifinal series. 2 winners next Saturday night for an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Man, does it feel good to say that.
Yes.
Far side, Kobe Keller for Stout. Looks to get it deep, wraps it around Sam Ide. Far corner, Mick Hennigan there. Dragged down in the far corner. Ide gloves it ahead, shoves it on the right wing to Wilson Northey. Northey fights his way to the red line and off a skate, sends it in deep. Jordan Fader gets there. Sean Bunting wires a shot, kicked aside by Masternak, near side. Tried to come back out in front. Humberstone with it now. Humberstone, far side. They'll zip it through. One-timer by Falls. That goes wide. Matthew Falls looking for his first goal as a pointer. And he's come close here the last couple of weeks. Around to the near side, into the near corner. Bunting on the forecheck, tries to chase it down for Stevens Point. And Stout, a long-range pass here, but I think this actually got a piece of one of the pointers through the neutral zone. So no icing call here. Humberstone back to get it, feeds it ahead. Back through to the middle on the near side. Harrison Stewart veers back, and he will reset for Stevens Point. Connor Witherspoon out there with Matthew Falls and Sean Bunting on this forward line. As Stevens Point sends it deep, but will get whistled for an icing call. Sean Pointer women this afternoon, game 1 of their WIAC semifinal at Eau Claire. Man, they were right there, scoreless after 1 period. Gave up a goal 10 seconds into the second period and an empty net goal in the final minute. So Eau Claire takes the 2-0 lead in their series. 38 saves this afternoon for Olivia Schultz. She goes over 3,000 career saves. Boy, a big hit right off the face-off here on Connor Witherspoon, but he's able to push it ahead to Matthew Falls, and now they'll send it in, but they'll say the pointers are off sides here. Stout will get it, and in transition back the other way, Jacob Halverson. Halverson sends her around, and behind the net, Stevens Point back with it. Andrew Poulias to the red line. He will flip it deep wide of Masternak to the near corner. Opening 90 seconds here. And Stevens Point now a turnover. Fletcher Anderson, who's been red hot side of the net, chips one and fought off there by Masternak. And through Dawson Chirino and cleared out. Here's Cullen Diakawa. Comes back through to the middle. Here's Chirino. 2-on-2 back the other way. Might be a 3-on-2. Fletcher Anderson feeds it back to the middle. Gets it back. Bad angle shot gloved by Masternak. And he will hang on and get a whistle. 18:04 to go here in the first.
You picked up some new firewood, as Fletcher likes to say.
I got Fletch some new firewood at the old
ready to go.
stick delivery service. Wound up and ready to go. He said he feels good about it. So
okay,
I told him.
Well, was it the last time you got a new sticky?
I got one for Jordan Fader before the Eau Claire game. He scored, and then Fletch last time scored. So. No pressure there. Yeah. Although Dawson Chirino had a 2-point night, so no goal, but long-range shot padded aside there by Masternak as Stevens Point trying to flex some early muscle here. Cody Moline after it. Moline, Isaac Moberg, David Hill. Out here now, Moberg with it in the far corner, looks to center, Hill in to help him out. Cody Moline waits for it. Far side, it's Moberg still trying to dig it out here. Stout, a nice job. They'll come back to the near side. McHennigan will pinch it to the near side. And this is deflected. Pinballs off. Sam Ide with it out high. Feathers it off the far board into the far corner. Noe Perez with it there. Out high. Ide reaching in again. Far corner. Moberg out of midair. Then he's picked up by a defender. Moberg sticks with it. Shoves it behind the net. They'll come back around. Centering pass back through. Nobody home. Harrison Stewart with it. He'll send it toward the net. Deflected into the glove again of Masternak. He'll hang on. 17-17 to go here in the first.
Nice start by the Pointers, getting the forecheck going and getting the puck below the dots and going to work.
Yep. One other game tonight, Sean. It is St. Olaf at Concordia, Minnesota. A game that was supposed to be yesterday.
Yes.
That was whited out, I guess, a fair
big time.
I can only imagine traveling through western Minnesota. So they'll play that game tonight, and then the winner of that game at St. Scholastica on Sunday. Humberstone, a shot turned aside by Masternak. Near corner now around to the far side. Rallis Harrison Stewart forces him away from it. Pointers with a great chance here. Stewart brings it out high to Humberstone. He'll sling it and hit the far post. Might have got part of the blocker as well. And into the far corner, big hit there, and goes behind the net. Wilson Northey after it. Northey with it, a bouncing puck there. Finally comes out. Kobe Keller with it up ahead. He'll work it around. Big hit coming up here, and a whistle and an offsides. And a shot whistled up there, and that got a rise out of the Pointer bench here, Sean. As
Jake Tice took a licking, but was able to get the big hit on Royales, Tom, and make that play offsides. Good play. The Pointers have tried to step up on those forwards a couple times here in the first couple minutes of the period, just to try to slow down that transition game. Yep. If there's a team that skates as hard as the Pointers, or try to skate as hard as the Pointers, the Blue Devils fit that mark. They're going to really want to go and not create they would play a lot like the Pointers. Puck possession.
Aromatario to Bunting. He'll drag it up through center ice. Witherspoon, a backhander. That's veered aside here by the Blue Devils, and they'll come back the other way. Trenton Heidi. He will get it deep into the near corner. Evan Junker sweeps it. Far side, Witherspoon in to pick it up. Now he'll shove it ahead. Matthew falls with it, but then runs into a defender. Here's Witherspoon to the right wing with Bunting coming. Comes back. Sean Bunting back near side. Gonrowski chips. A backhander goes wide. The rebound behind the net, just out of the reach of Bunting. That'll allow Stout to bring it back the other way. Cullen Diakawa to the near side. Witherspoon feeds it back to Gonrowski. Diakawa back in there. Bermanis with it. Maxis Bermanis lost the handle on it, allows Sam Ide to get it. Ide will stride his way through, then gives it to Gonrowski. Near side, it is John Jabamani who gets a piece of it and deflects up into the Pointer bench and out of play. Sean, another good crowd is still filling in here, Sean. Numbers are in. Stevens Point through the regular season, Sean, 5th overall, averaging just a little under 1,100 a game, and number 1 in the West once again.
Gotta love the community support.
Yep.
Always such a key.
That's right. All right, Sam Ide. Now to Mick Hennigan. Whole new enchilada here this year with the automatic bid back. Hennigan stood up but got the puck deep. Andrew Poulias, pair of goals on Saturday night at Superior, looks to keep it going, shoves it. Humberstone had it ricochet through his legs, comes back out. He's got a reset. Near side, now the Pointers come in. Here's Poulias back the other way with Fletcher Anderson. Anderson far side, fires a shot in the goal. Fletcher Anderson keeps on rolling. He lights the lamp and gets Stevens Point on the board. 15:26 to go in the first.
What a great read by Fletcher Anderson, Thomas. He came in on the weak side, nobody there, sharp angled shot, went up and over the shoulders, bar down on Masternak on the stick side. It'll be his 12th of the year. The new firewood hits again, and it's 1-0 Stevens Point. Goodness.
Boy, you know, as we talked about with Coach in our pregame show here, just staying ahead of the curve in the playoffs is critical. All right, now back the other way. Let's see what kind of an answer Stout has. Moberg muscles it off. Behind the net, it's Brett Humberstone. Humberstone around. Harrison Stewart feeds it ahead. Isaac Moberg got to it. And will this be far enough for icing? No, it won't. Gunnar Moore back to get it. Pointers run traffic behind the net. 5 minutes into the first period, Fletcher Anderson has Stevens Point up 1-0. Far side, Harrison Stewart cross ice. Hill given a rough ride. Humberstone a shot deflected. Bouncing puck between the circles. Molina shot deflected up into the netting and out of play. Shots on goal, Sean, 9-0 in favor of the Pointers.
Yeah, all Stevens Point officials scoring on the Pointers' first goal of the night. It's Fletcher Anderson, his 12th of the year. Andrew Poulias stays hot, Tom. He gets the assist on the play, 4:34 of the first period, to give the Pointers an all-important 1-0 lead here at Willett Arena.
Face off to the right side of Tyler Masternak. Jordan Fader. Keller ahead, nifty pass here. Dylan Rallis had it broken up from behind. They'll throw it behind again. Keller thought he was offsides, but he wasn't, and kind of held up. Boyce with it now here on the near side. Brendan Boyce, cross ice through the middle. They'll get it across the red line and send it deep. Humberstone back to get it for Stevens Point. Jordan Fader on the near side, ricochets it, and ahead Wilson Northey. Now he'll veer back and then goes to get it deep again. Coming around here near corner, Jordan Fader for Stevens Point. Tried to sling it to Aromatario. Sean, I happened to run into Nick as he was coming off after the warm-up, said his stick felt like a slingshot. So, go figure, right?
Go figure with it.
Half wall on the near side. Pointers dig it out and brought out Aromatario. Feeds it back, Evan Junker. Junker back in the lineup at Superior. Long-range pass ahead for Sean Bunting. Oh, boy, I thought Bunting got a piece of it. Call a whistle, and Sean, two linesmen that I don't recall seeing
I have not
in a long time. Or
have not seen them ever.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So 13:52 to go here in the first period. Fletcher Anderson's 12th of the year. Concordia Moorhead has gone up on top of St. Olaf 1-0. WIAC a big different story than they were a year ago just because of pairwise.
Yes.
They're a one-bid league.
Yes, 100%.
Far side. Stevens Point bunting across the red line with a backhander, gets it deep. Noe Perez on the near side. Witherspoon forces a turnover. Shoved back towards center ice. Junker will wait for it. Feeds it back ahead. Witherspoon sends it in. Stout intercepting, clearing it right back out. Center ice bunting again. He'll go off the near wall and get it deep. And Stevens Point was offsides on the play, and then Falls tied up with some stickworth here on the near side. So we'll get a whistle. 13:26 to go. Boy, Sean, 9-0 shots on goal. You lead 1-0.
That's the way you drew it up, Tom. Good quick start.
Pretty good 6.5 minutes here.
Controlled play. They've gotten the puck deep. You got a goal scorer's goal from Fletcher Anderson, and off and rolling as the linesmen discuss what their call was. It looks like the Pointer, they're going to say it was an intentional offside, so faceoff will come all the way down to the Pointer defensive end.
Yeah. Other thing to note, Sean, with that shutout of Superior in this regular season finale, Pointer's team goals against average, scoring average defensively down to 1.9.
Unreal.
It's tied for 7th in the country. And all three goaltenders with a shutout this year. How about that? Big hit here by Sean Bunting, and he lost an edge, though, as he recovered, as he ran into Max Teckel. Teckel from up the road, Wausau Wester. Far side, it is Sam Ide in the near corner. McHennigan digs it away for Stevens Point. He'll come ahead to Dawson Chirino, cuts to center ice. Chirino 1-on-2 with a trailer coming, tries to walk through, carries it around, Ide in to poke it. Now maybe a 2-on-1. Oh, but one of the Blue Devils, that's Cullen Diakawa, ran into the linesman.
Lost control.
Looked back to get a number, and he was like, stripes, what's going on here? Pulius, rink wide, far side. Here comes Anderson. Fletcher Anderson in, fires a shot. Save made by Masternak, and boy, that one was labeled again, and now some shoving to the front of the net. But Masternak will cover with 12:40 to go in the period.
Last weekend against the Falcons, UW-Stout and River Falls, lots of junk after the whistle. The Pointers' best bet really is just to get the puck on net and skate away. The Pointers have only had 75 penalties against this season, and I believe its second place is like in the low 90s. That's how disciplined the Pointers have been this season.
All right, out to the point it goes. Harrison Stewart fed it. Too hot to handle for Chirino. Pulius chips it now. Chirino hops on it. He'll hammer in the near corner to try to free it up, and does. Near side out high. One-timer by Humberstone with a shot. Ooh, that hit something in front. Might have been Chirino. Now it's Pulius in the far corner. Pulius spun around back to Chirino. Good shoulder to free it up there again. Chirino has it knocked away from behind. I think that's Gunnar Moore that plays it off there. And back around here behind the net it goes to Alex Stucker. Stucker. Near side, he will shovel a backhander ahead. Humberstone with it. Humberstone waits, now feeds it ahead just off the stick of Cody Moline. Stout able to clear it back out. Pointers play body again on the far side. Moline kicks it free. Here's David Hill bringing it in on the near side. And couldn't control it, but Stevens Point was offsides anyway, and now we'll get a whistle as Hill back out of the zone plays it. We'll get a whistle. 11:48 to go here. So it's Witherspoon centering Falls and Bunting. Andrew Pulius with Fletcher Anderson and Dawson Chirino. Jordan Fader with Wilson Northey and Jake Tice. Isaac Moberg, Cody Moline, and David Hill. Defensive pairings, McHennigan, Sam Ide, Brett Humberstone, Harrison Stewart, Nicholas Aromatario, and Evan Junker, and Nick Gunrowski, the 7 defensemen here tonight for the Pointers. Near side, they'll get it free. And a muscle into the near corner. Dylan Rallis plays it well, centers it in front, redirected in front. Ryan Wagner. A good job there is Dylan Rallis, I believe it is, Sean. That's kept coming his way toward the net, right?
Yeah, and that's Stout's first shot on goal, Tom. Yep. The Pointers out shooting the Blue Devils 10-0 until that last little scramble in front and got a couple shots on. Ryan Wagner.
Important save for Ryan Wagner there.
In the game.
Face off to his left. Boy, it's starting to sink in for he and Jordan Fader and Wilson Northey here.
Jake Tice.
Last rodeo here. And loose in the neutral zone. Ide with it, shoves it ahead off of Moberg. They'll call it good into the near corner. First to get there for Stout is Trenton Heidi. In the near corner, he'll shove it up the near wall. Stout rink wide now to the far side to Brendan Boyce. Boyce gets leveled by Sam Ide. Now gets a rise out of the crowd, but Stout hustling here, takes it away from Moline. Now he's able to recover. Moline ahead to Sam Ide. Ide will come out of the far corner and shove it ahead to David Hill in the near side. Hill to the red line, has it ricochet. Moberg gets it deep, and it is a turnover here, and that'll allow Stout. Both teams kind of finishing up a change here. Stout to the neutral zone. Pointers, Harrison Stewart got a piece of it. Fader will slide it back to Brett Humberstone. Humberstone up to the near side. That goes off of Jake Tyson into the Stout bench. We'll get a whistle. 10:39 to go here in the first. 1-0 Stevens Point. In this WIAC semifinal series, should mention, as we do, WIAC Championships presented by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Face off to the near side. Humberstone. Cross ice. Harrison Stewart. Northey tried to feed it ahead to Jordan Fader, but that's read well by the Blue Devils. Now, boy, good job in the back check here by Wilson Northey. They don't get it in cleanly, but Cullen Diakawa brings it in, brings it out high to Jebamani. He'll fire a shot, hit a body, and deflects up into the netting and out of play.
Everybody lost track of that. Even Ryan Wagner looking around for it, but up into the netting harmlessly. We'll get a face-off in the Pointer defensive end.
Of course, what is this, Hockey Week in America, right?
Yep.
Always kind of around the anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. Really cool article about Mark Johnson.
Yes.
Kind of in the letter to his, what would he write a letter to himself telling himself to do?
Yes.
That there's a Pointer connection to that. Ooh. We'll get to that in a minute here. Sean Bunting. Long range pass comes in. Aromatario back to get it for Stevens Point. He'll look to clear it out now. Slides it out. We're going to get a whistle and an icing call. But basically, the Badgers did a feature on the anniversary of Mark Johnson. What would he write a letter to himself to tell him? He said the first thing he would do is he would somehow get a hold of his dad, who was the coach of the Badgers at the time, and tell him to skip the whatever drubbing they delivered to Colorado College on the night they beat the Russians and get to Lake Placid. The other thing was he took a call in 1999 asking if he'd be interested in coaching at Miami of Ohio. And he said, no, I just took this women's job at Wisconsin. I'm committed here to help them establish the program. That Miami of Ohio job was open because Mark Mazzolini, the former Pointer coach, had left there to go to Harvard. So there you go. Off the draw, shot block here, comes back out high again, another shot block, and out high it goes. Here come walking in, beautiful back check here by Sean Bunting to work it free. Bunting ahead to Matthew Falls, will reach for it. Falls, with a lot of stick work going on out here. Stout able to turn it over, now they'll turn around. Gunnar Moore brings it in, tried to carry it, and coming across Bunting, and boy did Connor Witherspoon take a stick up high, and now he's back on his feet. Witherspoon ahead, chops it. He'll come down now in the left wing and kick it ahead. Witherspoon, 1-on-2, gets there first. He's tackled in the near corner and turns around and looks at the referee.
Right in front of him.
I mean, that was a horse apiece, I guess, on the hold. A shot labeled and blockered aside by Ryan Wagner. That Dawson Sherino will get ahead to Fletcher Anderson. Back near side, here comes Poulias with some steam. He'll rip a shot. Good stick there by the Blue Devils. Knocks it up and out of play with 9:02 to go. Media timeout. It's a 1-0 lead for Stevens Point here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer, and if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
Hi, back here at KB Wheeler Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, opening night of the WIAC semifinals. Fletcher Anderson has gotten Stevens Point on the board here. Hobbs Ice Arena, Superior and Eau Claire scoreless. And what is it? Concordia, Minnesota, a 1-0 lead over St. Olaf with about 5.5 minutes to go there. Women's side, the Pointers we mentioned, fell to Eau Claire 2-0 this afternoon. River Falls, a 2-0 lead over upset Northland, their first ever tournament win on Tuesday night at UW Superior, 5-3. Sam Ide behind the net, rattles it around. Dawson Chirino on the far side. He gets pasted in a long-range shot fired wide here by Stout. Now they got Chirino some open space ahead and just rolled through him. Tyler Masternak going to come out, and he will get down and cover it up. 8:41 to go in the first, and I think the Blue Devils buzzed the tower a little bit there. And
Dawson's got his dancing boots on again tonight. He's got extra gear here the first couple of shifts of this game, and good to see him rolling that line.
Sean, of course, you never know what you're going to get out of the bye week.
Right.
And I think a great start here by the Pointers.
Yep. That Poulias, Chirino, and Anderson line continues to play well. They just picked up where they left off 2 weeks ago.
All right, face off to the left side of Masternak. And Hill with a shot. Oh, deflected and changed direction on Masternak, but he fought that one off. Isaac Moberg now feeds it to the far side. Harrison Stewart reaches for it, and we'll get a high stick. Nope, they'll say it. Stout plays it. Ahead they'll go. Bromanis on the near side. Here's Isaac Moberg ahead. Moberg in, cuts to the far side through a stick, fires a backhander behind the net. Around to the near corner it goes. Connor Witherspoon after it. Witherspoon to Moberg, and David Hill there now. Check it. It's not Witherspoon. David Hill on this line here. Humberstone pinches in here on the near side. He will keep it going, and then given a rough ride on the near side, he'll get back to his feet. Cody Moline back to cover. Wilson Northey defensively covering as well. Dayakawa back on the right wing. Dayakawa coming around, lifts it around, but Wilson muscles him off into the end board and then gives him a pop, and we're going to get a penalty. Wilson Northey, I think, draws a call here.
Dude,
Wilson Northey came around and then gave a pop to Wilson Northey at the end. And it is Cullen Dayakawa that's going to go off in Stevens Point. We'll go to the Skyward power play for the first time here tonight.
Good hard work by Wilson Northey, playing as a defenseman, gets roughed up, and the power play goes to the Pointers. Let's run the power play numbers for Stevens Point. 17 of 88, 19.3%. That's third in the WIAC, 35th overall in the country. Penalty kill numbers for the Blue Devils, 83 of 94, 88.3%. That's third in the WIAC, 12th overall in the country for the penalty kill for the Blue Devils.
All right, face off to the left side of Tyler Masternak. 7:40 to go here in the first. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead, and they're on the Skyward power play. Near side Humberstone around, and Pointers turn it over. Now they get it back here. Chirino right up the middle, 2-on-1. Chirino coming, kicks it to the middle, redirected, went wide. Chirino, all kinds of speed, gets to it behind the net. Now McHennigan sets it up, back to Chirino. He'll come over, feeds it in the slot. Poulias with a shot blocked by the Blue Devils. Here's Fletcher Anderson, top of the far face-off circle. Little hesitation move. Now Chirino lets it go, and I think McHennigan thought he was going to wind that up, and when he opted not to, it slides all the way out of the zone. So, minute 20 remaining in the power play. Here's Chirino, the trailer, right up through center ice. Dodges a defender. He'll lift it up. Comes right in front. Masternak out to cover it up. Boy, Chirino with that lift move to get it over the defender and then tried to use his speed, but ran out of real estate, and Masternak smartly covers and hangs on with 7 minutes to go here in the first period.
Read the play well. Leads the team in wins. Tyler Masternak, 11-3-1. His goals against average very good, too. 1-9-3. He's got a shutout on the season. It's like you said, him and Dawson Green kind of switched off every other night through the regular season, but it's been Tyler Masternak through the playoffs so far.
Green a freshman, Masternak a sophomore.
Yeah,
so
they're
get used to them.
They're good for a while.
All right, near side Matthew Falls out there for the Pointers, rimmed around by Stout and cleared out. Evan Junker, he will come back to get it. Junker and Aromatario, Witherspoon, Bunting, and Falls. Here's Aromatario in the near side, centers it back to Falls just out of his reach. Good diving effort here by the Blue Devils. Caleb Sura able to clear it out. Now here's Junker with some open space. Gets to the red line, far side. Junker flips it. Far side he goes, and out of the corner. He'll drag it back in. Bunting in to help him out in the far corner. Bunting trying to slide it out. They do to Witherspoon. Nice job to hold it there. Now to Aromatario. He'll come in near side. He'll wire a shot. That's deflected up into the netting and out of play. 35 seconds to go in the power play. 6:21 to go in the period.
Yep, and get a face off here. Offensive zone. And set up here as I think the Pointers are going to go with 4 forwards with Fletcher Anderson up top. Jordan Fader, Dawson Shrino, Andrew Poulias on the wing, and then Mick Hennigan, the only defenseman.
Loaded up.
This would be what you call the number one power play.
1+ maybe, but you lose a draw. Stout can't clear it, and it hit the linesman. Oh man! But Stout able to get it. Kobe Keller after it. Hennigan will hustle to get to it, flips it ahead. Here's Fletcher Anderson, gathers it in the right wing. Through the neutral zone, he'll bring it in with some speed. Now pulls back and holds, centers it back through, and Stout able to pick it up and chip it down. Not much going in the power play here for the Pointers. 10 seconds to go in the man advantage, just under 6 minutes to go first period. It's a 1-0 lead. Now Jordan Fader behind almost a breakaway. He will waffle a backhander deep around to the near side. Pointers will play it on the half wall. Blue Devils are back at full strength. Cullen Diakawa, they try to hit him out of the penalty box. Harrison Stewart reads that well. Ahead, looked like it was offside. Dylan Rallison firing a shot. That Humberstone got a piece of it as the Pointers gambling there and almost paid the price. Near corner, Humberstone digs it around. Jordan Fader on the far side. Fader waits for a defender. Now drags it free to Humberstone again. Back to 5-on-5. Humberstone ahead. He will lift it, but got a piece of the roof. And we'll get a whistle. 5:17 to go here in the first.
Yeah, you see the Pointers a couple times here in the first period really pinch up on that blue line and slow things up or try to cause an offside. That time the Blue Devils got through clean, and you saw what happened. A little mini 3-on-2, and Brett Humberstone with a great shot block to get that puck up and away from Ryan Wagner.
All right, off the face-off, it rattles its way through to the far corner. Now ahead, just missed Cody Moline. Moline hustling after it, now took it away. Here's Moline, center glass, Hill with a shot. Missed wide of the far post. Gonrowski on the near side, couldn't get it. Moberg took it back, now gets it free. Moline and Moberg working hard here. David Hill in to help out. Gonrowski with it, he will wire it in and wrap it around the boards to the far side. Got through, glove down by Cody Moline. He gets bumped there by Max Teckel. And still loose on the far side. Good physical play here by the Pointers. Jake Tice. Tice chips it, now gets it to Fader. Fader tied up from behind by a defender. That's Matt Dahl's side. Out high it goes. Sam Ide going to walk in. He'll fire a shot. Smothered in front, though, by Gunnar Moore. And they'll come in transition. Back the other way. Cole Beckstead puts the brakes on. Tice took it away. They'll flip it ahead. Wilson Northey on the far side. Fader to the front of the net. Masternak kicks that one wide to the near side. 4:15 to go in the first. 1-0 Stevens Point. Peter Verstegen ahead. Hennigan back to get it. He'll rattle it off the far boards. Stevens Point. Wilson Northey at the blue line on the far side is offsides, and Witherspoon in to touch it. We'll get a whistle. 4:07 to go in the first. Shots 13-2 here in favor of the Pointers.
Yeah, Pointers doing a nice job continuing that puck possession game. A little bit momentum after the power play. Again, doing a nice job of slowing Stout down in the neutral zone. Really trying to clog things up at the defensive blue line. Defense reading the plays very well so far.
All right, far side, they muscle it. Matthew Falls reaching for it. And that is a long reach there for the 6'3 sophomore. Now Stout whistled for an icing call here. Boy, Sean, you'd really love to see him get pop another one here in the last 3:57 of the period.
And if you're the Blue Devils, this is a good road period. You kind of
weathered the storm.
You took a goal, but if you can get out of here with a 1-0 lead, you kind of like where you're at. You try to make some adjustments at intermission to get some more offense going, but you're right in this thing.
Now Humberstone waits for it. He'll shove it wide of the net to the near side. Comes to Falls. He'll reach for it, but muscled away there by Gunnar Moore. Near corner, Falls sticks with it along with Alex Stuckert. Behind the net they go. Pile up there around the boards to the near side. Humberstone comes in again. Tried to glove it down to himself. It's loose in the near corner. Humberstone half fall in the near side. Witherspoon sends it, but pulled Harrison Stewart out of the zone. So Stewart, I think that knuckled on him a little bit and then hit a defender. Far side Falls plays the body. Witherspoon reaches, can't come up with it. Far side Evan Junker with it. Junker going to feed it up ahead. He and Falls back the other way. Junker with speed. Has Witherspoon as well. Junker goes behind the net, looks to center. He's going to come all the way back around. He'll wire a shot deflected in front by Witherspoon. Fought off there by Masternak. Far corner, Gunnar Moore tried to clear it. Witherspoon reaching for it. Fletcher Anderson plays it in the high stick. Yep. Oh, boy.
Brandon Schrader calls the high stick.
From way behind.
Yep, and the official right in front of the play says no high stick. Fletcher Anderson looks at Brandon Schrader with his hands up in the air. Welcome back, Brandon. Superior's tally, Tom, at Hobbs Ice Arena with a minute 44 to go in the period. They lead 1-0.
Nothing would surprise me, whoever comes out of that week.
Nope.
Right? 3:05 to go here in the first. Off the face-off, sent into the far corner, Masternak slows it down, and Stout trying to spring a play here on the far side, Dylan Rallis, but he got hung up in the wash, and it comes all the way up in on Ryan Wagner. He's just going to say, hey, let's live for another day here.
Yep.
And he'll get a whistle. All right, first intermission coming up. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. We're going to set the big postseason scene here. We've had some quarterfinal action out east during the week, and we'll give you of course, the only thing that really matters, Sean, if you're a WIAC team that's playing this weekend, if you can win 3 games, you know you're in the NCAA tournament. Dawson Chirino near side, bumped off. Fletcher Anderson ahead. Now Chirino with some space. Throws it back near side for Poulias. He'll get it in. Andrew Poulias comes in. Masternak comes out, took it away from him. Chirino centers it, but couldn't pull the handle. Sam Ide now shoves it ahead. Fletcher Anderson reaching for it. Cleared out. Sam Ide with a beautiful play here at center ice to waffle it off the far wall after getting it away from a defender. Rolls into the far corner. Just under 2.5 to go here in the first. Near side, David Hill reaching. Hennigan wanted it on the near side. Now he gets a piece of it. And it's Cody Moline. Brandon Canet worked it away from him off the far wall. Harrison Stewart will get it. Stewart cross ice to Humberstone off the near wall for Moberg. He will rifle it deep around the boards to the far corner. Moline with a hip check there in the far corner on Trenton Heidi. Blue Devils come away with it. Cole Beckstad on the near side looks to center. Stewart bumped off for Stevens Point, cleared out. Now out high, but it comes out of the zone. Dahlside was ready to pull the trigger, but couldn't hold it in the zone. Beckstad on the near side throws it back. Moline with it. Not a strong enough stick to hold the zone, so it's sent back in by Dahlside, And Humberstone on the near side, a little stick work there. Here's Cody Moline. Ahead for David Hill out of his reach, comes back. And Moberg will send it deep as David Hill was knocked off his stride and was offsides. Near side, here's Wilson North, the intercepts, back the other way. Minute 20 to go. Centering pass for Tice. Almost rolls right to Jordan Fader, but the Blue Devils clear it out. Matt Dahlside looks to get it deep. Junker after it. He will hustle, gets there first, wraps it around. Northey on the far side. Northey chips it back towards center ice. Northey giving a rough ride, but pops right back to his feet. Fader gets it deep. Aromatario in on the far side. Now here's Fader on the forecheck, under a minute to go in the period. Chipped out, turnover, it's loose. Sam Ide up ahead. He does a nice job to keep the puck in the zone and send it deep to the far corner. Stevens Point changing here as Wilson Northey after it. 45 to go in the period. Intercepted, here's Bunting. He has to wait and tried to flip it in off the near glass, went up and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 42.6 seconds remaining here in the first period. 15-2, the shots on goal in favor of the Pointers.
All systems go. I think the other impressive thing last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago is the Pointers only held the Yellow Jackets to 15 shots. Made life very easy.
And like 4 in the third period, too,
exactly.
Bunting on the near side, sends it deep, 38 to go. Falls reaching, here's a turnover, and it's Witherspoon. Witherspoon shoves it back to the far side, but nobody home. Falls was trying to get to the front of the net. Pointers really winning the red line here. They'll get it deep. Falls near side, 25 to go in the period. Spun around in the near corner, can't come away with it cleanly. Now it is Sean Bunting in the near corner, chips it behind the net. Trenton Heidi there.
Coming up on the Pointers.
Penalty call coming up here against the Pointers. Kobe Keller back the other way. Goaltender off for an extra attacker. Keller holds it. Now they come walking in front. Shot save made by Ryan Wagner, and it hit off the far post and slides. But a penalty call here with an interference call coming to the Pointers. 8.1 seconds remaining in the period. And Stout will get a brief power play here.
Yep, and to carry over to the second period as the power play numbers for UW-Stout, 18 of 93, 19.4%. They're second in the WIAC, 34th overall in the country. The penalty kill numbers for the Pointers, man, are they good. 71 of 74, 94.7%. That's number 1 in the WIAC and continues to be the best penalty kill in the country.
All right, need a strong one here for 8 seconds to get you out of the first period with the lead. Face off to the right side of Ryan Wagner. Hasn't been tested a lot, but he's fought a couple off. Harrison Stewart will get it, and he'll lift it down the length of the ice. And that will do it here for period number 1. Fletcher Anderson for Stevens Point. In the opening 20 minutes gets Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. And hey, I tell you what, Sean, as we said, anytime you can come out of the first period of a playoff game after a week off with a lead, sign me up.
And look as good as they did on the forecheck. Really controlled the tempo. Started out with out shooting the Blue Devils 10-0. So just keep going. That forecheck game really working for the Pointers.
Yep, that they are. As we are joined here by the Pointers assistant coach Brian Crom. It's a nice opening 20 minutes here, Coach. You like what you saw out there?
Definitely, it was definitely a good start for us.
You know, you never know what you're going to get after a week off here, and I thought you had the boys prepped and ready. They came ready to go here tonight, and that necessarily hasn't gone our way a lot of times this year, right?
Yeah, I think so. But at the end of the day, it's playoffs.
Yep.
So if you can't get up for these games, then there's something wrong. So those guys were ready to go out there. Yeah.
I think I'm going to say it's official. Fletcher Anderson on a heater officially here. Kid can shoot the puck.
He's dialed in. He's a clutch player, and it's starting to show right now.
Yeah, you're really winning the neutral zone right early on here, and that's been a key way, to have the success you have.
Yeah, for sure. That was part of the game plan, is just trying to eliminate any cross ice, kind of try and clog it up, and then put it back in.
Yeah, 15-3 your shots here. Would you like to see some more quality chances, maybe a little bit?
I think that we just need to start getting in front of his eyes a little bit more on those shots. Yep. He's obviously had a pretty good start to playoffs here, and he's had a good regular season as well. So just trying to get in front of him. You can't stop what you can't see, right? So.
All right, buddy. Your sister got a win today, right? Is that what it is?
That's right. Yeah.
Go Yale. Is that what we're saying?
Go Yale. And go Pointers.
All right, there you go. Perfect. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Pointers assistant coach Brian Crom here as Stevens Point a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes. We'll take a break. We'll come back, get you a first period recap. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead here on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com. WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Is it just me, or did that bye seem like it was like a month?
Yeah, yeah, it was a long couple weeks.
Yes.
I
haven't been back here, and who knows, but holy cow. But
that trip went so fast, and then all of a sudden you put the brakes on, right?
Exactly. All right, Pointers get on the board. Fletcher Anderson is 12th of the year from Andrew Pulias at .434 to give Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal 15-3 in favor of the Pointers. So 3 saves for Ryan Wagner, 14 saves for Tyler Masternak, and Sean, I thought a lot of perimeter shots there by the Pointers. Not, quality-wise, meh.
The Pointers were trying.
Average a couple.
They had a couple times where they had some players in front and looking for tip shots, but absolutely got to get to the net. Fletch just scored a goal-scoring goal. Period from the far face-off dot. But you really like to get pointers to continue to hem in Stout and get to the net here in the second period.
Yeah, that they would. Stout will have a minute 51 remaining on the interference call to Connor Witherspoon coming up as well. No shots in that 8 seconds, so you've held strong so far. Stevens Point 0 for 1 in the Skyward power play. They were credited with 3 shots on goal in that first period. Face-off-wise, Stout winning 51.7% of the face-offs. And let's see here, Sean, 51.2 is where Stevens Point has been all year. I think if there's a marked thing that they could do better, of course, a lot of these centermen have been dinged up here.
Yes.
Noah Finstrom not around.
Tyler
those. So, I mean, that's a big thing there. Stout comes in 53.2. So, boy, if you could shove that up a couple percentage, and so that you're winning 7 out of 10 draws here and there, you really can dictate things.
Yeah, dictate play from the start by winning draws. Yep.
All right, so again, Tyler Masternak, 14 first period saves, 3 saves for Ryan Wagner. Pointers with a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes. We'll take a break. We'll come back, look at the scoreboard, and bring you up to speed on some of the other tournament action and the NCAA picture as things starting to come into shape here as we're in the throes of conference postseason tournament action. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. More of our first intermission coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Cousins Subs is coming bigger and better to Stevens Point. This March, Cousins will be moving to a new location at 111 North Division Street with a fresh look that includes a drive-thru. Whether it's a grilled-to-order cheesesteak, Wisconsin cheese curds, or a party box of subs, Cousins has something for every occasion. Order online at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins Subs mobile app. Cousins Subs, believe in better.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Visit your local Festival Foods today. Pick up a sweet treat from their Scratch Bakery, your favorite decadent entree from their savory meat department, or fresh produce to feed your body from their Days Fresher Produce department. Festival Foods is a proud community partner and sponsor of UW-Stevens Point Athletics.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Culver, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon of the Pointer Sports Network. Glad you are with us. Great crowd in here.
Yes.
As always. And Stevens Point, Fletcher Anderson has them up with his 12th of the year. The same for the Yellow Jackets of Superior, Sean. McGregor Sinclair, his 12th of the year from Antonio DePaulo and John Stampahar at 18:05 of the first period. That's a big goal at the end of the first period on the road to get you a lead.
Well, psychologically,
that is a huge
goal for the Yellow Jackets.
Eau Claire outshoots the Yellow Jackets by a count of 9-6 in that first period. Eau Claire did have one crack on a power play.
And let's not forget, the Yellow Jackets had to go to a mini game against the Lumberjacks last weekend, as the Lumberjacks stole game 1 on last Friday night up in Superior, and then steady as she goes, I guess, for Superior, and watch the Lumberjacks kind of fade.
Ran out of gas.
In the mini game.
That they go. All right, the WIAC first round game going on, and again, this is a game that was adjusted because of weather. It was supposed to be last night.
Yep, last night.
So we'll see. It is Concordia Moorhead. Let's see here. Jarrett Lally picks a heck of a time to score his first goal of the year from Caden Triggs and Hunter Olson. 3:01 into the game. The Cobbers holding a 1-0 lead there. They outshoot St. Olaf in the first period 13-5. And again, the winner of that game will head to St. Scholastica on Sunday. And the other semifinal game, which will be tomorrow, is the number 3 seed St. John's at the number 2 seed in Augsburg. And what is it? Death taxes and St. John's playing Augsburg in the WIAC playoffs is usually how it rolls, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep, those are the only games going on tonight. NCHA semifinals tomorrow. All 4 of the teams ranked.
Unreal, right?
And the top 4 seeds. It's 4 seed Trine at the number 1 seed Adrian, number 3 seed St. Norbert at number 2 Aurora. So those games, they'll play a single game there and then a championship game coming up on Sunday. All right, some of the action from out east over the weekend. The NEHC, number 1 seed Hobart takes care of business, beating Castleton 7-3. Norwich beat New England College 2-1, and it is the 3 seed Babson beating UMass Boston 5-1. And there's another game in there that Skidmore beat Elmira 4-3 in overtime, right?
Yep, exactly. So
Skidmore at Hobart, who is the number 1 seed, and then Babson at the 2 seed Norwich. Commonwealth Coast Conference quarterfinals on Tuesday night. 6 seed Wentworth. I tell you what, Sean, this could have been very interesting, as the University of New England, who is the 3 seed in the tournament, but they are the 8th team in the pairwise rankings.
Yep.
Needed overtime to dispatch of the 6 seed Wentworth 3-2. Salve Regina beats Western New England 5-2. So Salve at the 1 seed Endicott, University of New England at the 2 seed Curry, and Endicott, Curry, and the University of New England, all those 3 of those teams in the mix in the top 10 in the pairwise. So one of them is going to get it. The other 2, we'll see.
We'll see how the pairwise shakes out in the at-large bids.
There we go. All right, the MASCAC, Massachusetts Small College Athletic Conference there. The 6 seed Salem State and the 3rd seed Fitchburg. They'll play tomorrow. Those games, I think, were rescheduled.
They got moved.
Yep, they got moved. So they'll play the quarterfinals tomorrow, and then they'll play the semifinals on Tuesday. Number 1 seed Plymouth State, they're in the top 10 in the pairwise as well. That's one of those conferences that could cause a wrinkle in things.
Yes, you need Plymouth State to run this thing out.
Yep. All right, in the NESCAC, the New England Small College Athletic Conference quarterfinals tomorrow. 8 seed Williams at the 1 seed Wesleyan. 7 seed Bowdoin is at the 2 seed Trinity. And I believe Wesleyan swept Trinity last weekend to sneak the 1 seed out of there. And it's Tufts at the 3 seed Amherst. Colby at the 4 seed Hamilton. They will play the semifinal. They'll play a Final Four format next weekend. Semifinals on Saturday, championship game on Sunday. In the SUNYAC, they had some quarterfinal action on Tuesday. The 3 seed Geneseo beat the 6 seed Fredonia 3-0. And an upset, the 5 seed Buffalo State beats the 4 seed Cortland State by a score of 3-2. So the semifinals, 5th seed Buffalo State at number 1 Oswego, and Geneseo at number 2 Plattsburgh there.
That's another conference.
That's another one that could really mix things up here. Plattsburgh is ahead of Stevens Point in the pairwise rankings. Oswego is right behind.
Yes.
So right in there. So again, just win 3 games and get in the NCAA tournament.
Correct.
That's going to be the redundant answer here coming up for the next couple of weeks. The UCHC, number 1 seed Utica beats Arcadia 5-1. All top 4 seeds winning here in that conference. Nazareth beating Alvernia 5-1. Stevenson over Chatham 6-3, and Manhattanville beats Wilkes 5-1. They'll play the semifinals tomorrow. 4 seed Manhattanville at the number 1 seed Utica, and the 3 seed Stevenson at the number 2 seed Nazareth. Is that all of them?
Yes, you got through them all, bud.
Got through them. Yep. WIAC women, of course, Pointers this afternoon falling to Eau Claire 2-0. Gave up a goal in the first 10 seconds of the second period and an empty netter. Olivia Schultz makes 38 saves as the Pointers, Sean, now 0-9 all time against the Blue Golds in the WIAC tournament. It's going to turn around.
One of these times?
One of these times it's going to turn around.
Why not tomorrow?
Why not tomorrow? There you go. And the other semifinal game going on, Northland, they have just started the second period here. Northland, who upset Superior in the first round, trailing UW River Falls 2-0. The shots on goal in that first period, 26-0 in favor of the Falcons.
Yep.
Who, let's see, what was it? The Falcons last weekend had the big series with Eau Claire. Eau Claire won Friday night, and then River Falls won in a shootout on Saturday to clinch the 1 seed. Eau Claire, had they won that game in regulation, or actually, either way, they would have taken the 1 seed from River Falls. So we'll see there. The other thing, Sean, just the latest U.S. College Hockey Online poll. Stevens Point is 8th, so they keep moving up in that department. Utica is 1, Hobart 2, Adrian 3, Endicott 4, Norwich 5, Curry 6, Plattsburgh 7, Stevens Point is 8th, University of New England 9th, Plymouth State 10th, Geneseo 11th, Aurora 12th with St. Norbert as well. Oswego 14, Trine 15, Eau Claire and St. Scholastica receiving votes from the West. So we will see. Whew. It's a lot to get to, but tomorrow we'll have a ton of scores to keep you updated.
Tomorrow, if you're a Division III hockey fan, man, tune in. I think
it's a good day.
Everything starts at noon tomorrow.
There you go. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. Second period action. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead over Stout here on the Pointer Sports Network. Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. This never gets old, does it, my friend?
Oh, I love this building when it's full. The band, never, ever,
rocking and rolling. All right, set to go here, second period action. Minute 51 remaining of a power play here for the Blue Devils. Stevens Point controls the draw. Sam Ide will turn and dump it down the length of the ice. Masternak directing traffic here. Bouncing puck side of the net. David Hill reaching for it. And he'll make trouble again. And far side, here they go with Poulias. Hill and Poulias on the forecheck here up front. Have killed off the first 21 seconds. And now Stout here with it. At Dahl side at center ice. Tipped away. Nice job to work it around. He'll go to the far corner. Backhanded shot whistles through. Near side held in at the point by Trenton Heidi. Heidi far side. They'll come to Dahl side here on the near side. Dahl side looks, comes right down in front. A pad save made. A little casual with the puck here. Now the Blue Devils pull it back. Firing a shot. Pad save made. Shot and a goal. Rebound goal far side. Kobe Keller. Power play goal for the Blue Devils. We're level at 1.
Yep, as the Blue Devils do exactly what they wanted to do coming out of the break. Keller, the fourth leading scorer in the WIAC, collects his 8th goal of the year. Just a couple rebounds. Ryan Wagner made the first 2 saves and could not. The Pointers could not pick up Keller. He dumps it into a back of the net, and we're tied at 1.
Cannot fault Ryan Wagner on that. He made at least 2, if not 3 saves. And the Pointers simply just could not clear the puck. So, opening minute of play here. Now here's Jake Tice right off the draw to Wilson Northey on the near side. Fires a shot. That's deflected. Doesn't get into the netting. Far side. And what do we have? Somebody run into the net here. That is Jake Tice. Runs into Tyler Masternak and knocks the net off. So Kobe Keller from Trenton Heidi at 46 seconds. And not exactly how you wanted to draw up the, as the Blue Devils say, number 1 power play in the country. Take that. Face off to the right side of Tyler Masternak. Fader wins the draw. Northey chips it far corner, comes around, Tice behind the net. Some traffic there. And it's Peyton Hart comes away with it. Far side, they'll chip it back to the middle. Here's Hart. He hasn't had much space at all tonight. Now he whistles through, fires a shot. Got through Ryan Wagner, but went wide. Now it's Dawson Sherino with it. Sherino chips it ahead, near side, out of the reach of Northey. Bermanis back to get it. He'll leave it back. Retreating back, Brendan Boyce. Rink wide. Stout feels like a totally different team here, Sean, coming out in the second period. Pointers were offsides in the play. That allows Stout to come right back in again. Stout now chips it in front. Went wide, cleared out nicely by Humberstone. Off the glass, down the length of the ice. We'll get an icing call here with 18:22 to go here in the second period.
Yep, the face-off will come back down to the Pointers end, and their Blue Devils riding their power play goal momentum here as they are sticking the Pointers game right back in the Pointers' face. Getting the puck deep and going to work. Eau Claire Tom is just tied up.
Yep. Leo Bacallo has scored 2:32 in, so
2 early goals.
Game's level at 1 across the conference here. Wide face off to the left side of Ryan Wagner. Far side, Gunrowski for Stevens Point. Turned it over, shot, fought off, rebound again, and boy, Sean, the Pointers just stuck in the mud here to begin the second period.
Yep, they got to flip the switch back on here. Take that first 10 minutes of the first period and bottle that up and get going here.
All right, face off to the right side of Ryan Wagner. And there was not much activity in the D zone at all much in the opening 20 minutes, and Stout has lived there in the first 2. They take it away again. Now Evan Junker with it again. Junker flips it up near side. Now some space, 2-on-1. Sherino with Poulias. Dawson Sherino in, holds, now waits, comes back, tries to jam it, side of the net, and brings it out high, never gets a shot off. Had Poulias wide open in front of the net, and it got hung up on the side of the net. Looked like it was offsides. Now it rattles around. Dahlside back on the near side. Andrew Poulias back to get it. Poulias now far side. Sherino spun around. He'll gather it, send it ahead to Anderson in. Intercepted there. Trenton Heidi comes back, and Poulias almost poked that free. Brendan Boyce with it now. Boyce running two. Puck loose of the red line on the near side. Swept back. Here's Poulias. Andrew Poulias bunting, hustling to get to the front of the net. Poulias throws it out of midair, and a good save there by Tyler Masternak.
Yeah,
tried to get a rebound.
Yeah, came out aggressively as Poulias at the end of his shift just flips it in on net looking for a rebound. Masternak came out aggressively, gloved it down with the glove hand, and got the stoppage in play as Sean Bunting read that play beautifully and headed right to the net.
17:30 to go here in the second. Stout has leveled things at 1 in the opening minute here of the second period. Witherspoon forces the draw forward, then dives for it down on the ice to get it free to Bunting. Bunting in the far corner, gets free, now veers back. Hummed back around here in the near side. Witherspoon out high to Ide. Ide rink wide to Hennigan. He'll whistle a shot. Bouncing puck through. Witherspoon gets to it. Ducks under a check. Tries to get free in the near corner to Bunting. Does. Out high to Ide, but it off the heel of his stick squirts out. Hennigan back to get it. Hennigan turning ahead. He'll get it to Matthew Falls. Falls coming around, surveys things up, fights his way to the red line, gets the puck deep. Masternak slows it down, stuck between his legs, never saw it, comes to David Hill. He'll fire a shot, side of the net, rebound, shot, whistled wide by Witherspoon, and comes all the way out of the zone. Maybe an Olay move with the glove by Masternak, turned that one aside. From the red line, Stout dumps it into the near corner, 16:40 to go in the second. Humberstone around to the far side, David Hill. Hill back near side to Stewart. Off of Moberg and in the zone. Onside of the Pointers, Moline. Enborg kicks it to his forehand. Moline gets free, chips it out high to Aromatario. Near side to Stewart. Stewart coming, firing a shot, hit a defender to the side of the net. Stucker. Near side Hill after the rebound. Evan Junker holding strong here in the near side. Moberg comes back door. What a save by Masternak. Aromatario cutting in. And it's David Hill with it now. That is the banner save of the night. Moline pushes it wide. Jordan Fader to it. Chips it around. Evan Junker near side. Tried to shove it through a defender. Dylan Rallis back the other way at center ice. Rallis far side. Got it around. He'll hustle to get there first. Behind the net he goes. Aromatario picks him up. Tyson to help out. Fader pokes it free. Jordan Fader off the near wall for Wilson Northey. He's stood up. Stout at the blue line holds it in. They whistle it right in front, just out of the reach of Maxis Bermanis. Far side. Bermanis poked free there by Tice. Stout with it again, looking to capitalize on a turnover. They will get it here up high. Trenton Heidi with it. He'll fire a shot. Pad save. Oh, that was a redirect in front of the net. That is a brilliant save by Ryan Wagner.
That went off of Diokawa, Tom, right in front of Ryan Wagner. It hit him up high, up in the shoulder, and then laid down right in front of him so he could get the stoppage and play. The Pointers dodge a bit of a bullet as they couldn't clear the zone. They had 2 chances within 2-3 feet of the defensive blue line and just could not get it out. Off defensive zone face-off here for Andrew Poulias.
15:24 to go here in the second. Face-off to the left side of Ryan Wagner. They'll direct some traffic here prior to the face-off. And it's Sam Ide for Stevens Point. Near side. Comes back to the far side for Chirino. He's going to get around a defender. Oh, man. Quick whistle, but the right call there. Whistle and an icing call. A little set play off the face-off by the Pointers there.
Yeah, just a tick off. Just a tick. Maybe another 5 feet. Dawson wins that race, but we'll go all the way back down for another defensive zone face-off.
Eau Claire has gone back-to-back here to go up 2-1 over Superior. Face off to the left side of Ryan Wagner again.
St. Olaf has scored, and they have tied their game at 1.
Dawson Chirino around. He'll get it to Hennigan. Hennigan dangles and turned it over Dahl side. Back through far side, and that comes whizzing out of the zone. Max Teckel. Near side, Fletcher Anderson took it away from him. Here comes Chirino. Chirino comes in, waits, fires a shot. Masternak, a save, rebound, cleared out by the Blue Devils. Boy, it got behind him, but the Pointers couldn't get to the rebound. Dahl side, near side. He'll carry it along the near wall, centers it. They walk right through. Shot, saved by Wagner. Where is it? It's underneath him.
I think it's
Ryan Wagner had no idea where the puck was as Jacob Halverson dangled his way through 2 defenders, tried to get him 5-hole, but Wag shuts the door.
Yeah, he walked the Pointer defense very nicely there and went right to the net. Ryan Wagner shut down the 5-hole just in time, closed the puck up, and made a good save in tight.
All right, Stuckert off the draw, shot hit a body. Matthew Falls will wait for it, lift it up and comes back in off of Stuckert. Bunting and Falls lurking after it here. Stout with it now, back to the near side, off the near wall. They'll get it ahead at center ice off the skate of Harrison Stewart. Humberstone will get it. And now Harrison Stewart lathers it up here on the near side. Moore intercepts, and Stout Verstegen can't bring it in because they're off sides. Witherspoon reaching for it for Stevens Point on the near side. Falls with a big hit here. And chips it free to Sean Bunting. Bunting around, trying to get around Moore, but he'll get there first. Moore cross ice to Trenton Heidi off the far wall up. Peyton Hart puts the brakes on. He'll feed it ahead. Here comes Stout back the other way. Lost an edge, can't get a clean shot off. Tried to center it. Good body play here by Humberstone on the far side. He's knocked down again, but Falls able to squirt it free. Back the other way, Bunting off the far wall. Will try to hustle it, but Heidi gets there first. Boyce back to Heidi on the near side. Bunting reaching for it. He's got to veer back and reverse back. Long range pass ahead, too far for Rallis. Whistle and an icing call. 13:33 to go. Sean, you're one of the coaching men you like to admire, Mike Babcock. What did he always talk about?
All about body language, my friend.
I'm not sure I like the Pointers' body language right now.
I don't. Nope. They gave up that penalty, that power play goal to Stout, and kind of weathering the storm a bit here.
All right, Isaac Moberg, a good opportunity here. He'll take the face-off. Pair of 10s in the face-off down. Is Peyton Hart in there as well. And the Blue Devils win it cleanly. Brendan Boyce ahead. Near side of Romatario for Moline. He'll swipe it in. Moline hustling. Near corner. He's hemmed in there by Trenton Heidi. Puck comes loose to the far corner to Brendan Boyce. Stout, far side, try to jam it through. Pointers pick it up. Here's a Romatario. He's going to accelerate up now, just out of the reach of Moline on the right wing. Puck gets deep. Boyce back there. Moline trying to get the body in the way there. Behind in the far corner. Hill coming. A Romatario bouncing puck. Fires a shot. And Masternak somehow able to get it. Kind of handcuffed to Romatario. Never got it away cleanly.
Yeah, the puck
bouncing.
Yeah, the puck bounced right in front of Romatario right at the last second. Handcuffed him. Couldn't get a good shot on goal. As he's been stoned a couple times. You look back to a couple minutes ago, that was a 10-beller by Tyler Tyler Masternak, as Romatario read that play beautifully, came in on the weak side. And
12:59 to go here in the second. We're even at 1. Sam Ide slingshots a shot in. Masternak makes the save. No rebound, no reset. Shots now 21-9 in favor of the Pointers. Face off to the left side of Tyler Masternak. Pointers with it, far side Hennigan. Now to Tice, back to Hennigan, near side Ide. He'll flip it behind the net for Jordan Fader. Fader reversing with Wilson Northey, and a two-man game. Squirts out, but nobody home. Maxis Bermanis with it, back the other way. On the near side, it's Brandon Canet intercepted. Here's Jake Tice. Tice walks in. He'll go physical along their boards. Northey scoops a shot. Masternak with a save, and again, no rebound.
Nice job of Masternak gloving it down. Very active with that glove hand and willing to slow things down quickly. Another offensive zone faceoff, but you do like the puck possession game getting back here, Tom, and getting Stout a little stuck in their own end here the last couple shifts.
All right, Poulias out there with Sherino and Anderson. And goes to the near corner. Stout will get it off the glass and out. Off the glass of Harrison Stewart. He's got to hustle because it is Beckstead, I believe, Cole Beckstead hustling in, but Harrison Stewart picks him up. Now Stewart back to it. Stewart up the near side, feeds it. Back toward the middle to Poulias. Poulias through the neutral zone comes. Fletcher Anderson will get there first in the near corner. Anderson scooped it back toward Poulias, then picked it out. Then reached Sherino, able to come away with it. Here's Sherino. Sherino walking right in front. Shot to goal! Dawson Sherino from an impossible angle. Faked like he was going to go to Fletcher Anderson, and instead zips it past Masternak. Stevens Point back on top.
Yep, and that's one of those greasy, grimy kind of goals you see in the playoffs. Just hard work between Fletcher Anderson and Dawson Sherino. What a fake out. Sherino goes to the net. A good greasy goal for him. It'll be his 7th of the season, 6th of the season, and the Pointers back up on top at 2-1. That's a great answer, Tom.
Yeah, very good.
Great answer.
Just under 12 minutes to go here. Romatario off the far wall. Hill in the zone, good. Moline will give chase behind the net. Here's Moberg to it again, and a penalty call coming up here against Cody Moline. A slashing call coming is going to put Stout right back on the power play. And that's an offensive zone penalty, Sean. You just can't take.
Nope, you can't take it. Already the Blue Devils 1-for-1 as Cody Moline taps his chest, as that was a little mental block there for Cody, but a slashing call. And the Blue Devils will go right to the power play. They're 1-for-1 already tonight.
All right, face off. Ryan Wagner to his left. Hennigan veers around, now clears it out. Jake Tice, I think, had visions of going. Dahl side with it, walks the blue line, stays on side, gets it deep. Stevens Point, Sam Ide will get there. He's going to hammer it off the near side, off a glove and into the neutral zone. Heidi, far side, right back to Dahl side on the near side. They'll try to walk right in. Keller firing a shot. That pinballs around off the shoulder of Ryan Wagner. Ryan Wagner fighting the puck here, but able to get down and cover it up. Minute 35 remaining on the Stout power play. So, let's see. Stewart, Humberstone, Poulias, and David Hill are the 4 penalty killers here for the Pointers. And again, Stout coming in 36th power play in the country or so, about just a hair under 20%. Face off to the right side of Ryan Wagner. Near side, back to the face-off circle, bouncing. Stewart off the glass, a rocketing out. And it looks like Eau Claire has tallied again. 3-1 now. All right, Brendan Boyce. Far side, too strong, and Humberstone will hammer it right back in. Poulias after it behind the net, reaching, poking it free for a minute away from Brendan Boyce, but he recovers. Boyce then loses an edge and gets run into by Hill, near side. Pointers now stuck with 2 men deep here. Hill still after it, rolls away from Rowles. Stevens Point We'll get two fresh penalty killers out here in Wilson Northey and Jordan Fader. Far side, walked around again by the Pointers. They'll control it again, tried to clear it out, and it's Stout walking it in. Out high, it's Boyce. Near side face-off circle, Dylan Rallis. Rallis back out to Boyce at the point, 40 to go in the man advantage. Near side, Beckstedt. He'll whistle a shot through, too strong. Northey, good body position here. He'll get it, gets it a free, one-on-one. Might be a two-on-one if Northey can hustle. Jordan Fader coming to the net. He'll come all the way around the backside. Fader now puts the brakes on, takes a hit from Boyce, holds the puck in the near corner, 25 seconds to go in the man advantage. Witherspoon off the Pointer bench. Here comes Stout, 3 across in on the far side. Bunting hustling to get back there. Bunting coming, a shot block there by Evan Junker. Konrowski will get it. He's down, shoves it back toward the middle, and here's Junker with it. Had his pocket pick, keeps it going, still pinballing around. Bunting able to clear it out and send it down the length of the ice. And that's going to do it for the Stout power play. Just under 10 minutes to go here. Turnover far side. Hennigan couldn't hold it in. Pointers got to hustle to get back. Heidi on the near side. Heidi coming around, feeding it back to the middle. Shot block there. Out high Verstegen. He'll whistle a shot. That goes to the far corner. Hennigan gets there first. He'll send it ahead. Back out to center ice. Stout will get it. Gunnar Moore flips it back in. Hennigan far side. Here's Matthew Falls. Cross the red line. He'll get it deep. 9:20 to go in the second. A 2-1 lead here for Stevens Point. Stout clears it out. Ide at center ice, far side, Humberstone. He'll fire it to the near corner. Rockets off the wall. Gunnar Moore back there, far side, Chirino reaching for it. Far side, held in at the blue line by the Pointers and sent back deep to the near corner. Behind the net, Matthew Falls after it. Stout, kind of a little hesitation around here. Pinball's free. Here comes Humberstone. Backhanded shot. That's blocked. Ide with it. He'll fire a shot. Another shot block here by Stout. Can't clear it out. Here's Chirino, far side. He'll walk in. Now instead brings it back out. High to Humberstone. Now Sam Ide with a shot. Blocked in front of the net. Ide reaching for it. Swipes for it. That allows Chirino to go after it. Ide almost got a glove on it. Fletcher Anderson back to get it. 8.5 to go in the second. Long range pass ahead. Now back to the near side. Here comes Aromatario. He walks in, walks through a defender. Oh, Fletcher Anderson, a shot. Blocker save made. And now Aromatario with it behind the net. Pointers have numbers right in front of the net. Anderson had his stick lifted. Here's Peyton Hart back the other way. Hart back the other way with Canet. Hart, backhanded shot. That's sticked aside by Wagner to the near side. Stuckert at the point. Shot deflected up into the netting and out of play. 8:09 to go in the second. We will get the media timeout. Stevens Point leading 2-1 here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics. All right, media timeout here in the second period. 8:09 to go. 2-1 Stevens Point. Fletcher Anderson, Dawson Chirino have tallied here for the Pointers. And a face-off rolls right in on Ryan Wagner. He will smother it. St. Olaf has climbed back on top of Concordia Moorhead 2-1, and what is it, Eau Claire a 3-1 lead at Hobbs. They have about 6.5 minutes to go in that game there. Of course, winner of that series, winner of this series, their automatic bid next Saturday night. Keller, beautiful centering pass here. Cleared out by the Pointers momentarily. Stuckert back here on the near side. He wires a shot, hits the heel of the glove of Ryan Wagner. I tell you what, the Blue Devils are getting a lot of traffic in front of Ryan Wagner. David Hill now after it. He and Moline back the other way with Isaac Moberg. Moline a shot, that's off the side. Moberg with it now. Moberg back to Moline out of his reach behind the net. Hill sneaking in on the near side. And it's Evan Junker in the near corner. Junker got pasted into the referee here on the near side, and it's Isaac Moberg with it. Out high to Aromatario. Wires a shot, hit a body. That's a defender, Peyton Hart, in front of the net. Stout trying to clear it out. It hots free to Moline. He'll fire a shot down low toward Moberg, but went wide. Moberg, a backhander behind the net for David Hill. He's knocked off the play. That'll allow Mick Hennigan to get it back for Hill behind the net. Some guys out of gas here, but Hill took the puck away. Hill coming free. He'll fire a shot. Blockered aside by Masternak. Rebound to the side of the net. Jordan Fader. Fader now cycles it far side out high to Hennigan. Cross ice to Ide. Near side goes to the face-off circle to Tice. Trying to go back door. Not there. Now it comes in front. Pinballs away. Wilson Northey, a strong stick. Backhand shot. Turned aside by Masternak. Wilson Northey with a good job, and then a mugging in front of the net. And will we get an icing call? No. Stout wins the race, but Sam Ide lowers the boom to get it free in the near corner. Northey, a defender from behind. Stout hammers it around. Tice has got to hustle to get there. He will, and he's able to lift it up. Northey ahead, plays it. Now Jordan Fader on the far side. He'll just get it deep. And I believe Northey coming off on a change. Tice in there. Near side, Fletcher Anderson. Almost too many men on the ice. Stevens Point is off sides here, so now they'll touch up. Stout feeding it ahead. Humberstone slows it down. Pointer is off the glass and out. Chirino, one-on-one. Chirino back to the middle, just out of his reach, and then sliding on one knee to try to get it. You never know what that kid can do, right? Dahlside lost the handle on it. Humberstone at center ice rattles it back in. 6 minutes to go in the second period. Stevens Point at 2-1 lead. Off the shoulder of Chirino, comes out high to Humberstone. He'll fire a shot, pad save, rebound shot, another save, still loose. Pointers bang for it to the side of the net, cleared aside by Masternak. Harrison Stewart unable to hold it. He'll go back to Humberstone, far side Poulias. Poulias walks in, flips to Chirino. Chirino picked up well there by Jacob Halverson, who clears it out ahead, one-on-one. And coming around, Harrison Stewart gets spun around to the far corner. Humberstone in to help. Fletcher Anderson a little late to get there, but Bunting ends up with it. Bunting back through to the middle, plucked out of midair there by Bermanis on a nice play. But it's Bunting that picks it up far side. Sean Bunting puts his head down, trying to get to the front of the net. Masternak shoots it free, and then Bunting runs into Masternak, who takes a look back.
And the
he didn't like that. Yep, we got him. And back a centering pass in. Ryan Wagner a save, falls, touches the puck, but they don't blow it dead. Near side, Romatario with it.
Interesting. I have no problem with the call, just where it came from.
Yeah.
So the interference call, Brandon Schrader right in front of the play doesn't call anything, but perhaps the other official able to see the elbow that came up a little bit.
Goaltender interference is the call. 5:08 to go in the second period. And Stout trailing 2-1 on the power play for the third time here tonight. .508 to go here in the second period. This one very much in the balance here. Isaac Moberg. Stout wins the draw again. They will walk right in. Rifle a shot. Good shot block there by the Pointers. Sam Ide, a backhander, can't clear it out. Held in by Trenton Heidi. Now Moberg jamming for it, along with Ide on the far side. Still there. Ide will get it. He'll lift the backhander out.
What a play.
Boy, some relentless work there by Sam Ide. Jake Tice circling in. Now Tice with a hit. Freed it up for a minute. Behind the net, it's Jacob Halverson. Halverson near side to Dahlside at center ice. Goes to the right wing. They'll bring it in and flip it deep behind the net. Point first to get there. Tried to feed it up ahead to Jordan Fader. And a nifty job here by Brandon Boyce to hold his own. Now walking in, Halverson coming in. Oh, a saucer pass to the far side, just missed. Gunnar Moore, I think, was pinching in on the far side. Now at the point, Matt Dahlside. They'll go far corner. 4:15 to go in the period. Minute 5, a shot fought off, hit a body in front, actually, I think, of Wagner, and then it hits a defender and goes up into the netting and out of play, and we'll get a whistle. 59 seconds remaining in the Blue Devil power play.
Nice, strong penalty killing by the Pointers there positionally. They get the shot block, a nice little diving play by McKennigan to make that little mini 2-on-1 in deep go away. 59 seconds remaining on the third power play for the Blue Devils.
4:08 to go here in the second. Dawson Chirino's goal in the second period here, along with Fletcher Anderson's in the first. Poulias got a piece of it. Stout poked it free, and the Pointers dig it and send it the length of the ice again. 50 seconds remaining in the Stout power play. Brendan Boyce. Well, the Pointers got one shorthanded goal this year. Last year they feasted on it. Now here's David Hill. Pointers are off sides here.
Isaac Moberg touched up.
So Isaac Moberg, it was David Hill actually that was offside. So Hart will scoop it deep. Behind the net it goes. Humberstone gets there. He will hammer it around the boards and down the length of the ice it goes. 25 seconds remaining on the Stout power play. Stout shovels it near side. Turnover forced here. That'll allow Moberg a little room. But boy, Boyce, a good job to get it away from him. Now Gunnar Moore up near side. Peyton Hart with some speed. He'll rattle a shot. That's gloved aside there. Isaac Moberg gets body position, but had his stick tied up. And out high, it is Cole Beckstead. Beckstead walking in, final seconds of the power play tipping, shot fired, and that hit a body on the way through. And the Blue Devils, back at full strength. Bouncing puck coming, glove down here, and it's Isaac Moberg cycling back with it. Moberg off the near boards ahead, Sherino to the middle. Witherspoon plays the body and turns it over to Verstegen. 3-on-2 now for the Blue Devils. Verstegen, long range shot, turned aside, rebound, that's turned aside by Wagner, and it goes behind the net. Moberg will pick that up. Now Wagner gets run, and boy, what's the difference from that? Yep. Oh boy. But the Pointers at center ice. Here's Sherino. Round a screen from Witherspoon. Comes to the middle. Sherino walks through and then poked away at the last second. Near side, Witherspoon with it. Sherino stepping in. They work it around him. Ide can't hold it in. He'll try to shove it back deep, but lost his stick. Here's Fletcher Anderson in. Anderson walks, wires a shot. That's fought off. Far side it goes. And it is Stout with it back in their own end here. They'll shovel it ahead here. Finally for the Blue Devils, Peter Verstegen coming in. Far side, a long range shot in on Masternak there, and he'll hang on. 2:05 to go here in the second.
Good play by the Fletcher Anderson just to flip the puck in, and Jordan Vader on his horse to face the cover up, or force the cover up rather, and get a stoppage in play, get an offensive zone face-off with this all-senior line of Northey, Bader, and Jake Tice.
Ide face off to the left side of Masternak. Pointers out high. Ide reaching for it, and he had to be very careful, or that would have been a 2-on-1 back the other way. Northey now does the same. Near corner, Stout around far side. Jordan Fader after it. Well, we got some bodies being thrown around here. Wilson Northey with Max Teckel in the near corner. Northey pounds him, but Stout comes away with the puck ahead for Bermanis. He'll tip it in. 1:40 to go in the period. Ide goes behind the net. Hennigan around far side, back through to the middle, just out of the reach of Wilson, and now Wilson will get it back ahead. Tice with it, goes at center ice. Fader on the far side. Jordan Fader, a long range shot, shoulder to side, bouncing, rebound comes, and it's Hennigan in to get it. He'll throw it in front. Nobody home. Anderson reaches for it to keep it going. Got a piece of it again out high, holds the zone on the far side with his skate, and then tipped out. Poulius with it. Pointers touch up, and they'll go back in. Poulius hustling to get there. Around to Anderson on the far side. Anderson reverses out of the far corner, looks to center to Sherino. Now he'll turn, fire a shot. Defenders scoop that out in front. Trenton Heide back the other way. 58 seconds to go. 2-1 Stevens Point. Stout gets it deep. Humberstone near side jams that, and Stevens Point out and lifts it out. And this might be an icing call here. And Fletcher Anderson couldn't get it. We'll get a whistle here with 45.8 seconds to go
Pointers
in the period.
Pointers out of gas on this long shift, Tom. Got to be careful to play this last 45 seconds clean.
45.8 seconds remaining here in the period. Face off to the right side of Ryan Wagner. Stout Hart with a shot, changed direction about 3 times. Hart took a swipe at it to the side of the net. Point will try to get it out of the zone here, and they do. Just out of the reach of Sherino. They'll shove it back to the near side to Kobe Keller. Keller, who scored the power play goal here for the Blue Devils. They'll walk in. A long-range shot there. That's a good save. Sean, always love it when we get folks either on Twitter or through text.
Yes.
Check in.
Yes.
Probably one of the few people that I enjoy that lives in Minnesota.
Oh, goodness.
My good friend Jack Culhane, the retired athletic director from Marathon High School, checking in. And, boy, always a special time of the year. Marathon, I do their high school games. And their boys team is a number 1 seed, and they got it going. They'll open the playoffs next Friday in the always tough Merrillwood. That's always a lot of fun. So, Jack, glad to hear you're doing well and tuning in. Wagner turned that one aside. Worthington, Minnesota, I believe. Long range shot goes wide. And it's a Romatario in the far corner. Tried to clear it out. 8 seconds remaining. Stout with it. Long range shot coming in front. Pad save made. Pointers will get it. Here's David Hill with it. Off the far boards and out, and that'll do it. Now here's a Romatario hustling and didn't get their timeout. Time runs out, but Sean, good answer by the Pointers to come out of 40 minutes here with the lead.
And they have done that all season, Tom. When up against it, they've done a pretty good job this season to come out of the second period, come out and answer quickly. And again tonight, they do it within 8 minutes. Dawson Trino is 6th of the year. That line is really hauling the mail for the Pointers.
That they are.
And they have a 2-1 lead going into the final 20.
I'm totally spacing out here, Sean. Who's your Pointer profile coming up?
We're going to circle back to our conversation with David Hill a couple weeks ago, since we weren't able to.
Saturday night disaster, technical disaster. So
that was, yep.
We'll get that coming up. We'll take a break, come back at your recap, and get you some scoring updates. Most important score is right here at Willett Arena. Stevens Point at 2-1 lead. We'll come back to tell you about it after this timeout on the Pointer Sports Network. This is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, Coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student-athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student-athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointer Sports Network, Sean McMahon on the high-speed Twitter wire, keeping everyone up to date. He's a somewhat of a good follow. Average.
Average. I would call myself average.
Average at best. I understand Vinny did some work on the Instagram. I'm not an Instagrammer. So
yes.
Nice little thing to get folks fired up, I guess.
Yeah, the last playoff video.
Yep, there you go. All right, Pointers got on the board, 4:34 the first. Fletcher Anderson is 12th of the year from Andrew Pulias. It was 1-0 Stevens Point after one after the Pointers outshot the Blue Devils 15-3. Pointers then cracked the door open with a late penalty that carried over. Kobe Keller is 8th of the year from Trenton Heidi at 46 seconds. It was 1-1. Pointers kind of on their heels a little bit, but then Dawson Chirino, individual effort here, led to his 6th of the year from Andrew Pulias and Fletcher Anderson at 8:01. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead after two. Shots on goal, Sean, 17-16 in favor of the Pointers in that second period, so 32-19 through 40 minutes. Power play-wise, Stout 1 of 3, credited with 5 shots on goal. Stevens Point 0 for 1 in the Skyward power play and credited with 3 shots on goal. Ryan Wagner 18 saves through 2 periods. Tyler Masternak 30 saves through 2 periods. And it is Stevens Point has turned around the face-off circle, 53.8% now for the Pointers. At Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire, holy smokes, Eau Claire scores 3 in a row, getting goals from Leo Bacallo, Colin Stein, and Aaron Swanson, but Colton Friesen unassisted at the 18:08 mark. So through 40 minutes at Hobbs Ice Arena, it is a 3-2 lead for UW Eau Claire. At Concordia, Minnesota, It is St. Olaf with a pair of second period goals. They lead Concordia, Minnesota by a score of 2-1, and River Falls now, Sean, 4-0 through 2 periods in the women's semifinal. They're trying to take a 1-0 series lead. Eau Claire did that, beating Stevens Point earlier today, 2-0. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sean's Pointer Profile with the junior David Hill. That is coming up. Stevens Point at 2-1 lead. More coming up here on the Pointer Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out quickrewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
Continuing with our second intermission tonight here at UW Superior, we continue with our Pointer Profiles, and it's David Hill, the junior forward from Glen Hills, Pennsylvania. And first of all, thanks for taking the time, Dave. And let's just start off with talking about your junior year so far and how things have been. Getting back from an injury and getting your skating legs back. See some more confident play from you the last couple games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always tough when you're got in the back of your mind that coming back from an injury, but at the same time, it's like restarting over a new year. Like, you got a clean slate, you're coming back, and you just got more motivation to get back into the lineup and like get back into your regular minutes and everything.
We can also talk about let's talk about last night, because that was a great road game by the fellas and yourself, and in a game like that where you guys really want to just get things over with, get it done on a Friday night up here on the road, that it's got to feel good and gain so much confidence for the group and as a whole.
Yeah, that was a huge win last night. That was actually my first time playing here in 3 years, because COVID canceled a game, injured sophomore year, but it's not easy to play this team and then let alone in their place. But I think that shows a lot of growth from our team from previous years. Like they were trying to get under their skin, throw punches, just try to get us off our game, but we just stuck, kept our heads, kept our mouth shut, and ultimately that helped us win because we were able to stick to our game plan.
And that breeds winning hockey too.
Absolutely.
A team like this, they may take a couple bad penalties, and then you guys get a power play goal in the first period, and off and running, and you guys go.
Exactly, and then obviously it was going to come back and get us eventually. We were going to get penalties, but we trust our penalty kill. We trust our systems just to stick to our games, and big part is just trusting each other, not to let the other guys down and keep pushing.
I'm glad you brought the penalty kill up. It continues to be a huge story this season.
Yeah.
What makes this thing click so well this year?
We just we work on it in practice every now and then. We worked on it a lot at the beginning of the year, but this point it's just guys just know what they're supposed to do out there. I kill a lot with Pulley, and we just talking about it last night. We just read off each other so well, like both some fast skaters. So it's hard to play against a penalty kill that doesn't let you set up or anything. So,
and you could really see you and Pulley and the other forward pairs come out, and you were really hunting and looking for that turnover.
Yeah.
Is there something that you saw in the scouting report where you're like, hey, we could maybe get a shorty here or create some offense and get the puck deep?
We did notice that, like, once they're in zone, they're pretty good at clicking pucks around, but there are some habits where if you can get a jump on them, it's looking pretty positive for us. So that's just our game no matter what the team is. We don't care who we're playing. Like, if you fumble a puck, take a second to not make a play, we're going to be on you. Like, without thinking, like, we're just going to jump you. We're going to try to make that turnover. Whether or not we get a rush out of it, we're making sure you got to go back the other way to get it.
And if nothing else, it creates momentum for your offense.
Yeah.
And when you guys have been 5-on-5, and especially the last two games, you guys have gotten that puck possession game going.
Yeah.
And that forecheck game, it makes it really tough to play against, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've had a few shifts where teams have done that to us, and it's tough. And, like, if you can string a few of those together, you'll really start to break a team down, and that's when teams start to get running and they'll end up taking a penalty, and then that's when you bury them.
Yeah, and it continues, the power play continues to come along too, right?
Absolutely.
Who are your roommates this season?
It's just me and Sam Ide.
You and Sam Ide.
Yeah.
What do you guys like to do off the ice besides study hard and get good grades? Sometimes, I guess, right?
Yeah, we just kind of hang out on the couches a lot. He's a big TV show guy. Like, I'll be eating my breakfast and he'll just be disgusted if I'm sitting down there eating my breakfast and there's nothing on TV. And so he loves watching TV, so I've gone down there and we just hang out there a lot since we went from we moved to a bigger place this year, so a lot more space, so it's a lot nicer.
We gotta keep things divided, especially with the big game tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get to that in a second. All joking aside with you, I always ask you guys your roommates, but you guys all, it appears to me from the outside looking in, you all get along so well. And it's the culture with that, and you guys becoming friends over the course of 4 years and playing these tough games. That only builds that togetherness, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just funny because, like, a lot of us play junior against each other, and, like, a lot of these guys, like, played for Shreveport, like Odessa, and, like, we couldn't stand each other. And then now here it's like you're your best friends, like, do anything for the guy. But it's just funny that we have that camaraderie, and I think that comes with, like, what we've been through and what we want to strive for, and that's not a lot of teams have that.
Big game tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You're a PA guy.
Yeah. Go Birds.
Go Birds. What are our thoughts? What are our insights on this game tomorrow night?
I think we're going to get it done. They've just looked so solid. Hopefully, I think Jalen Hurts will probably be healthy too, so that's good. And then their offense just good. Like, their defense, their rushers, they're just solid. And Mahomes is good. Like, Kelsey, he's good. So I think if we shut down that, like, it'll be a good game. Be a lot of fun. Kind of scared for the people in Philadelphia if they win, though.
They're kind of crazy. I mean, you talk with other fans, and they got crazy fan bases. But that one is another level, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember in 2018 watching, like, snap stories of people down on, like, Broad Street when they won, and, like, there's a dune buggy riding up the Rocky Steps, and it's just like the fact that someone had a dune buggy in Philadelphia is not the weirdest thing, but
it's right up there.
Yeah, it's up there, and you've seen videos of what happened when they just won the division. So imagine a Super Bowl.
Well, but best of luck to you on that. I will not be cheering for your team, unfortunately. Talk about tonight. A big game tonight. Obviously, the last regular season game of the year. You guys took care of business last night to lock up the number one seed in a regular season title. What do you guys need to do well? You would assume that Superior is going to come out in the first 10 minutes and really try to push here, get a couple early goals and kind of push this game. What do you guys need to do in the first 10 minutes or so to keep it level, keep it going, and keeping this positive string going?
I think we got to set the intensity. Like, we don't need to match theirs. They got to match us the whole game. Like, it's a 120-minute boxing match and 60's over. So we like to play the end of Friday night to set the momentum up for Saturday. So tonight, we reached one of our goals, but we have way more to give. We're nowhere near what we want to strive for. So I think we're not going to take any bit of effort off tonight because we still have more to prove. And a win tonight helps us in the pairwise, which helps if we keep winning. Then hopefully we can host a NCAA game. Yeah. So there's still plenty of motivation. A 2-week break coming up, so we just got to empty the tanks tonight. Don't let them get a sniff.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Best of luck your rest of your junior year. We got a long playoff run coming here, right?
Yep.
All right. That was David Hill, the junior forward from Glen Hills, Pennsylvania. More Pointer hockey coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, the valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com. WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, set for the third period. Stevens Point leading Stout, game one of this WIAC semifinal series, 2-1. 5-on-5 is the roadmap to victory here.
Agreed.
All right?
100%, my friend.
Yeah. Sean, while we have a second, we should explain to folks that David Hill, we recorded that in Superior on the Saturday night game when our fine folks at the Mixler app had a nationwide crash that left us in the dark. So wanted to make sure we got that. So Sean will get back to regularly scheduled programming tomorrow. So, and again, we did everything we could to try to figure that thing out. Goodness. So we have determined next time, though, we'll probably pull up one of our Facebook pages and go to a Facebook Live as a backup or something to at least get out there.
Lots of water on the ice here, Tom, so we're going to have a bit of delay.
A little bit of a delay here, and now I think we'll be ready to go here for the third period. But, Sean, I like it. Come out and get one here and get yourself really in the driver's seat here.
Yes, 2-goal lead's going to be huge here, especially in this final 20 minutes. 3-2 St. Olaf. We go back and forth. Wow. Early in the third period, Concordia tied it up, and now St. Olaf has answered.
Yep. All right, we are underway and off the draw. Stevens Point gets it deep. 5-on-5. Shots on goal 32-19 in favor of the Pointers here through 40 minutes. Jordan Fader kicks it out. Here's Jake Tice. Couldn't get it to his forehand. Now it's Fader in the far corner. Jordan Fader and Jake Tice tied up with Peyton Hart and Alex Stucker to the Blue Devils. Comes around near side. McKennigan with it now for Stevens Point. Behind the net, Pointers still. Hart now up ahead. Kobe Keller, who has the Stout goal, brings it in. Morales on the near side, wires a shot. Swung on and missed by Ryan Wagner with a glove, but comes all the way out of the zone. All right, back in their own end. Bunting, Witherspoon out there now in the forecheck. This should be an icing call against the Blue Devils. It is. So opening minute here of the third period. And again, if those of you new to the playoff structure here, if you're tuning in, it's a 2-game plus a mini game. So means if a team would win tonight and the other team wins tomorrow, they'd take an intermission and then come back and play a 20-minute mini game to decide the series. If that's still tied, then they go to 20-minute sudden death. Far side sent in. And Stout with it behind their own net. Matthew Falls reaching for it, freed it up for a minute, but then lifted out of the zone here in the near side. Falls in with it again, Bunting reaching in. Stout still pulling it back here. Brendan Boyce ahead. Harrison Stewart, a nice job there, and Witherspoon had his stick lifted and Now bouncing puck wide of Jacob Halverson. Bunting on the near side, got it through, but at the red line, Falls pokes for it. Good read there by the Blue Devil defense. Now Humberstone lost his stick on the play, and then he gets run into by Diakawa, far side. Humberstone hustling to get back to his stick. He'll head to the front of the net. Stout, far side. They'll cycle it, now bring it out high. Noe Perez, he'll wire a shot, hit a body in front, rebound, lifted up, cleared out by the Pointers, reaching here. Falls will get it out to Sean Bunting. Bunting to the red line, he'll just be content to feather it deep to the far corner. Dawson Chirino out there tries to run into it in the near corner. Now Poulias, far side Max tackle there. Here's Evan Junker, rolls it back around the boards. Noe Perez there for the Blue Devils, and it's back behind the net again. Poulias reaches in, gets a stick on it, leaves it. Chirino centers it back through, but nobody home. This will come all the way back down to Ryan Wagner, who will leave it to Evan Junker. Junker off the far wall to Poulias. Poulias to Romatario, left wing. He'll use the near wall and carry it in. Chips it back toward the front. Chirino reaching for it. Cleared aside by Masternak. Romatario behind the net. Now it's Fletcher Anderson on the far side. Anderson pulls, saucers it near side. Poulias with a shot block there. Romatario scoops it wide. Chirino to the rebound behind the net, but Verstegen out-muscles him there. And here comes Stout. Stout very much in this here in the third period. 2-1 Stevens Point. Stout out high. Ide works him around. Now they walk around Poulias, come back through to the middle, and that ricochets through. Here's Cody Moline with some steam. Moline left wing through the neutral zone, carries it in. Moline goes to a backhander, rips it off. Masternak a save, and then the Blue Devils, Brendan Boyce, a dangerously hot clearing right in front of his own net. Here's Moberg with it, scoops it cross ice. Ide, he'll wire it into the near corner. Moline after it near side. Moberg waits for it, trying to feed David Hill with the puck. And at the half wall on the near side, poke free. Moberg walks in, fires a shot, had it lifted, got it back. Moberg reaching. Good defensive recovery here by Gunnar Moore to tap it to the far corner. Music just couldn't get it cleanly, and good stick check without being a slash or a hook by the Blue Devils. Wilson Northey pulls it back. Sam Ide whiffs on it. Then recovers, back the other way, Dylan Rallis. Rallis gets hammered on the play by Wilson Northey. Now turnover right in front of the net. Ryan Wagner with a big-time pad save after Kobe Keller came waltzing through between the circles, uncontested. Now Jordan Fader with it. He'll get it, brings it in on the far side. Fader puts his head down, looks to snap a backhander off, rolled off his stick to the near corner. He'll reverse it back for Wilson Northey. Northey tapping for it. Jake Tice in there as well. Tice back to his feet, scoots around. Harrison Stewart on the far side. Stewart wires a shot, hit a stick in front of the net, goes straight down. Humberstone holds it in to the near corner to Northey. Too far for him behind the net. Brandon Boyce with it now. Boyce around the boards near side. Humberstone trying to poke it free. Matthew Falls tracking the puck here on the forecheck. And boy, Brendan Boyce with some happy feet, able to get it back, bring it in on the far side. Pointers break that up. Now it's Cole Beckstead, brings it out, turned it over. Here's Sean Bunting. Bunting back the other way with Matthew Falls. Falls walks through, back to Bunting, coming in front. Now they'll come in front. Falls, Masternak with a save. One too many passes again by the Pointers. Stout lifts it up. Gronrowski tried to chip it out of midair. He'll come back in his own end. 14:50 to go in the third. Just a one-goal lead here for Point. Gronrowski turns it over, but then recovers nicely to body it out on the far side. He'll walk it through to Witherspoon. Witherspoon around behind the defense, fires a shot. Pad save made, cleared out there by Bermanis. Bermanis ahead, Diakawa on the right wing. Gronrowski pastes him into the near boards. Brandon Canet will get it deep behind the net. Here's Sean Bunting. Now right in front of his own net, almost turned it over. They'll chop it off the side of the net. And it's Maxis Bermanis with it. Bermanis behind the net, trying to center it in front of goal. Unbelievable from behind the net. Maxis Bermanis, I think it hit off a pointer and went in the net. Stout back to even at 2 with 14:21 to go in the third.
Game on here at Willett Arena as tricky bounce. I think it went off of Romatario, Tom, from behind the net. Oramis just flipped the puck in, and at this point, any shot is a good shot. Deflects off a Pointer defenseman and into the back of the net. We're tied at 2. Pointers will need to answer again.
All right, off the face-off, Stevens Point with it. Ide. Hennigan ahead. Goes into the far corner, and the Pointers ice the puck. 14:15 to go here in the third period. And it is Maxis Bermanis at 5:39. So far unassisted, right?
Yeah, I would think that would stay unassisted.
Yeah. And for Bermanis, it's his 7th of the year. Off the face-off, behind the net it goes. Now here's Chirino. What do we have? Hand pass back in the zone. All right, so face off back in the net. Shots 36-22, but we're level at 2. Off the face off, Blue Devils fire a shot. That's blocked. Fletcher Anderson off the far board. Chirino, nice read here by Gunnar Moore. That's center ice, comes to Hart, walks it in. Keller wires a shot, waffled aside there by Ryan Wagner. Now it is Poulias with it. Poulias ahead of the red line. Takes 2 players out and then hammers the puck deep, but it deflects off the backside of one of the Blue Devils and up into the netting. And let's see what they do with the face-off here. Be outside the blue line on the far side, right? I believe.
Oh, they're actually going to take it to center, Tom. Interesting.
Yep, center ice face-off. Isaac Moberg to take it against Jacob Halverson. And the Blue Devils with it. Brendan Boyce. Far side, muscles it in. Near side, Humberstone. Defender on him. So he'll reverse behind the net. Good read there by Humberstone, and ahead he goes. Here comes Cody Moline. Good job to get the puck deep. Moberg goes to the far side. He'll let David Hill get to the puck. Half wall on the far side. Moberg in to help out. Bombing in there is Brendan Boyce. Still tied up. They'll scrum it free, and here's the Pointers walking right in front of that. Masternak dives out and covers it up. Cody Moline had a defender all over him and just could not get free.
That David Hill picked up the loose puck, went right to the net, and Moline just could not get a stick on it. Good job of the Blue Devils.
Looks like we have, 4-2 Eau Claire? 4-3. Superior scored there. 13-19 to go here in the third. We're tied at 2. Face off to the left side. And it is Harrison Stewart holds it in. He'll go off the end board deep for Fader in the near corner. Fader centering it out for Tice. Got through him. Stewart. Cross ice to Humberstone. Back to Stewart. He'll get to the red line. Flip it deep to the near corner. Jordan Fader, a foot race there. He's run into by Max Teckel. Puck loose on the half wall on the near side. Fader down with it. Near side, where is it? Stout comes away with it, and they'll come out breaking away. Dayakawa. He'll walk. Shot block there. Good stick by Romatario up into the roof. We'll get a whistle. 12:47 to go here in the third.
That face-off will stay in the Pointer end. Looking to get some offense going here, Tom. Eau Claire's
looks like Eau Claire just come right back. 5-3.
Yep.
You take that or you take this? I don't know.
You'd love a 2-goal lead.
Yep. You take a lead right now if you're Stevens Point. 4-2 St. Olaf with the lead. That's getting late, right?
Yes.
Face off to the left side of Wagner. Pointers dig it out here. Fletcher Anderson 2-on-2 with Chirino. Anderson in, and the Pointers are off sides. And a little help from the Stout bench to clarify that call. Now here's Fletcher Anderson trying to force it free. Red line on the far side. Stout with it. It pinballs back, and Gunnar Moore with it. Moore cross ice. Pointers really trying to put the forecheck pressure on. Verstegen on the near side. And Romatario walks him well. Here comes Chirino. Dawson Chirino. He'll get in. Chirino coming in front. Comes back. Bold Masternak a save. Where is it? Side of the net. They jam it toward the net, and I think he's got the pad on it. Now Romatario taken down to the side of the net. And Masternak, Sean, a heck of a job to keep that puck out of the net.
Yeah, there's a full scrum boat in front as Dawson Chirino elects to go right to the net and try to push one in or plug one in past Masternak, but good job against keeping his leg down against the near post. Get a face off. Would love to see another line get going here, Tom. Yeah. It's been a bit too much of the Andrew Poulias, Fletcher Anderson, Dawson Chirino line creating offense tonight.
Yeah. All right, Stout off the wall and out. Nice job by Keller to feed it in wide to Rallis. They'll walk it in. Rallis behind the net. Peyton Hart getting free in front of the net for a minute, then poke free. Nice job there by Sam Ide. All right, here comes Bunting. 2-on-1 with Matthew Falls. Here's Bunting. He'll hold up. Now comes down the middle. Sam Ide poked away from behind. What a back check by Brendan Boyce. Back the other way, 3-on-2. Boyce carries it in. He'll try to feed it in front. Witherspoon clears that out. And here we go. The Pointers flip it out ahead, but Witherspoon couldn't get enough on it, trying to get it to Bunting. Now Bunting gets it. Red line to the far side. He will get it and feed it deep. Far corner, Matthew Falls after it. Now behind the net, around to Witherspoon on the near side. Humberstone sets it up. Here comes Stout. Humberstone intercepts. Poked free. Puck is loose. Falls had it for a minute. Now they'll spin. Noe Perez in on the far side. Jumps around a defender. Humberstone in to pick it up. Stout far side. Now Humberstone after it again. Behind the net, Cole Beckstead. Stout finding their legs here. Jebamani over far side. Long range shot, glove save made by Wagner. He'll hang on. 11-10 to go in the third.
Yeah, you'll take that all day long, Tom. A long range shot, and one of the few times Ryan Wagner was able to see it all the way in and make a save. Good job by the Pointers boxing out. They'll get a defensive zone face-off.
Face-off to the right side of Ryan Wagner here. 5-on-5 still. Face-off won by the Pointers. Gunrowski behind the net. Lost the handle on it, but then got it back. Pointers try to muscle it out here on the near side. Jordan Fader had it for a minute. Pinballing puck comes. Gunrowski to Evan Junker. Junker reverses back. Little nifty move here ahead. Here's Fader near side. Fader with some speed. Wires a shot over the top of the net. Tice after it. Far side Northy sends it deep for Fader in the far corner. It's intercepted. Now they turn it over. Gunrowski turns. Fires a shot. Hit a body in front. Shot to goal! Jordan Fader in front of the net. I don't know if he hit a defender or whatever. Fader putting it on Gunrowski. Stevens Point catches a break. Back on top.
Fader won a battle and just pushed the puck up to the point. Nick Gunrowski just flipped the puck on. I don't know if it went off a defenseman or Jordan Fader up and over the shoulder. The Pointers get a bounce. And it's 3-2 Stevens Point.
10:41 to go here.
Unreal bounce.
All right, so we will have to wait and see here. Nick Gunrowski's going to get credit for it, Sean. Now Moore fires a shot, hit off a skate, side of the net, Isaac Moberg. Now into the far corner, Verstegen. Stout with it. Out high it comes. Alex Stuckert almost poked away by Moline. Ide with a beautiful read here. Shoves it ahead. Moline will get there. And then Ide is run from behind. And David Hill able to get to it and send it deep. Hill goes there. Tries to center. Comes off the stick of Masternak. Two Stout defenders run into each other. And it's lifted out here by Stout. Harrison Stewart back to get it. Whistle and an icing call. 10:03 to go here in the third period. So Gunrowski gets credit for the goal. It's his fourth of the year. And Stevens Point back on top. I'm sure Gunrowski in the story tale there, that'll be bar down, upper right corner, a bomb from the point, right?
That's his second in 2 games, Tom.
Now Stout, I think, tried to sneak a different defensive pair out there, and Connor Rowan said no dice. Pointers with it now. They'll pull it back. Sherino wires a shot. Pad save made, as I think Fletcher Anderson got a piece of that. Now kicks back free. Harrison Stewart ends up with it. Long range it comes here. Pointers with some speed here. And Fletcher Anderson, a good job to get to the red line. Masternak plays it back far side. Chips it out. Turned it over. Anderson lost it. And Stout will able to gather it back in. Dylan Rallis pulls it back. Now they turn it over. Poulius will chase after it. Poulius wreaking some havoc behind the net, but Stout able to get that off. Now Sherino will set up. Sherino surveys it up to the near side. Almost poked it free again. Now he'll come in. He'll go to the far corner. Forces it wide. Fader in there. And boy, Dawson Sherino almost a trip. 9:15 to go here in the period from behind. Now into the neutral zone. Carrying it away, Brendan Boyce. Far side, Stewart. Around, Tice pinballs away from him. Watch out here, Stout. Oh, misplays it. That allows Jordan Fader to get to it. He's knocked off stride. Halverson in on the near side. Harrison Stewart tried to get it out, but didn't. Behind the net it goes, far corner. Trying to recover here, Wilson Northey. Good body play there. Humberstone in to feed it back. Here's Tice. Tice with Fader, 2-on-2. Tice takes it deep. Fader going to veer off and get a change. Boy, Jake Tice just taking bodies with him to get the puck deep. Far side, Evan Junker out of his reach. Gunrowski has to come back and get it. We'll get the media timeout at the next whistle here. Far side, Junker. Evan Junker up to Tice through the middle, feeds it ahead. Tice at center ice. He will just flip it deep.
It's the right
Could
play,
hear the
Tom.
Pointer bench yell deep. And he did that. 8:20 to go. Falls reaching for it. Bunting on the near side plays the body. Puck is loose. Squirts out far side. No icing, they'll say. So Sam Ide in the far corner. Rolls away from him. Tried to get it now. Turnover. Firing a shot. Good save made by Ryan Wagner. Bad turnover by the Pointers there. Canet in the near corner. He'll center it. Poke to the near wall. Witherspoon hammering in there to try to clear it out, and he does. Bermanis back. 7:50 to go here in the third. Diakawa walks through. Moline took it away from him. Now they'll chip it back. Cody Moline on the near side. A good job to get the puck deep. He and Isaac Moberg will go to work here. 7:45 to go in the third. Stevens Point a 3-2 lead. Back through to the middle. Canet feeds it back. Blue line gunner Moore. Moore through on the near side. Picked up well by the Point defense. Harrison Stewart now to Humberstone. Humberstone a rocket ahead off of Moline and in. Trenton Heidi back to get it for Stout. Heidi near side. Humberstone lets him come wide into the near corner. He'll reverse back off. Now they went back to Verstegen but missed. This is sent all the way back down, so a free change here for the Pointers with 7:10 to go here in the third. Aromatario up, tripped up on the play. And far side, Chirino now goes. He'll go to Fletcher Anderson. Anderson back to the middle for Chirino. Now Chirino behind the net. Chirino sets it up in front, pinballing loose. Chirino a backhander shove. Save made by Masternak. Chirino to the rebound again, back to between the circles. Blue Devils pick it up. Peyton Hart back the other way ahead. Grenrowski breaks that one up, but Hart pokes it free. Hart firing a shot deflected up into the net and get out of play. 6:45 to go here in the third period. We'll get the media timeout. Stevens Point a 3-2 lead. We're getting late in the third here on the Pointer Sports Network. Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location at the Dreyfus University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student-athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student-athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here, KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, always glad to be with you. 6:45 to go here. Stevens Point, a 3-2 lead. And a face-off to the right side of Ryan Wagner. Andrew Poulias will take the face-off against Peyton Hart. Got a battle for every inch here. And off the draw, Hart clips it around deep. Chirino rams into Tekel on the near side. Keller flips it deep again. It'll go around to the far side. Now it squirts free from the far side by the Zamboni door. That allows Aromatario to get it. Here he goes. Nick Aromatario back far side for Andrew Poulias. And that spun him around to the backside. I think a defender got a piece of that coming through. So whistling it offside. 6:24 to go here in the third. We got a final yet from Moorhead?
Yep, 4-3 St. Olaf will move on to play St. Scholastica on Sunday night.
Wow. Of course. What were they, the 7th seed a year ago?
Correct. That went all the way to the NCAA tournament.
Went to the tournament. So.
And they got in on the last weekend this year to get into the top 5.
Absolutely. Pointers hold the zone on the far side. It's Moline with it. Lost the handle on it. 6:10 to go in the third. Cole Beckstead. Wish on this game eerily reminiscent of the game back here in November.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, very much so.
Far side. This is Matt Dahlside with it ahead. Now Moline with it. Back to the middle. Out of the reach. Now turnover. Watch out here. Beckstead pulls it back. Oh, alert stick here by the point defense. Glove down. Here comes Moline. He'll fight his way to the red line and then taken down. But got it deep. Beckstead spinning around. He'll pull it in the near side. Poke free there. Sam Ide with it. Behind his own net. 5:40 to go in the third. Stevens Point a 1-goal lead. They've outshot the Blue Devils 41-25. Off the far wall, Isaac Moberg 1-on-4. Moberg gets it deep to the far corner. Zips it around. Harrison Stewart back to get it. Puck possession is your friend here as well. Stewart near side to Humberstone. Humberstone ahead. Tice flips it deep. Northey giving chase. And what do we have? Oh, Jake Tice got it with the stick. They'll say no. Whistle and an icing call. So 5:20 to go in the third. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off here for the Blue Devils. All right, looks like River Falls on the women's side rolling Northland 7-1. And midway through the third at Hobbs, it's still 5-3 Eau Claire.
Oh, another Zamboni door bounce.
Zamboni door bounce. It goes in. Shot fired wide. Behind the net, Stewart plays the body. Far corner it goes. Humberstone. Up ahead, Wilson Northey will get it. Northey across the red line. He'll get it deep. 5 minutes to go in the third of this semifinal game number 1. Stevens Point a 3-2 lead. Wilson Northey plays it to himself off the end board. Off the far boards, Junker fakes a shot. He will fire a shot in front as Junker faked the defender out. Now Northey took it away again, but the Blue Devils somehow able to gather it back up in. Peyton Hart with some speed. Too strong for him. He'll go to the far corner. Romatario pastes him there, and Junker comes away with it. Evan Junker with some speed to the red line. He'll get it deep in on Masternak. He'll clear it aside. 4.5 to go in the third. Behind the net, near side, Sherino gets a piece of it. He gains possession of it. He tried to center it, but it hit off a defender and squirts out. Romatario back to get it for Fletcher Anderson here on the near side. Anderson in. He will body it up near side. Dylan Rallis carries it. Rallis holds up, looks to center it through for Keller. Had some space. Ide reaching for it, couldn't come away with it. Ide to the far corner, comes loose. Now it's Sherino, too strong for him. Dahlside runs some traffic. Near side, good recovery by Poulias to clear it out. He'll shove it to the far boards. Trying to get there Hennigan. He does. He'll backhand it in deep. 3:50 to go in the third. Stevens Point a 3-2 lead. Poulias takes it away. Chips it out high to Sam Ide. Ide throws it toward the front of the net. Matthew Falls after it in the far corner. Falls slips a defender. Falls reverses back, goes to Bunting. Bunting in the far corner. Stevens Point is finishing a change here. Has Witherspoon and Humberstone coming off the bench. And some space for the Blue Devils. Dahlside back the other way. 3.5 minutes to go. Dahlside to the near corner. Slowed down there. Humberstone with it. Near side for Bunting. And it deflects off a stick. Gunnar Moore gets it deep. Near corner. Here's Humberstone again. Humberstone out nicely. Here's Matthew Falls on the right wing. Falls in. Humberstone offside again. So they will reset here. Falls on the near side, 3:10 to go. Moore walks through. Humberstone pokes that free. Falls again for Fader. Back through to the middle. Dayakawa ends up with it. He's picked up. Walks around a defender. Comes into a backhander. They jam it toward the net. Fought off by Ryan Wagner. Near side, Wilson Northey with it now. Northey with a backhander out to just clear it. Here's Trenton Heidi with it. Fader rides him. Pokes it free. Trying to reach it. And then he's taken down in the far corner. 2:45 to go. Stout back the other way. Stevens Point a 3-2 lead. Brandon Canet in. Konrowski with a burst of speed. Canet in hard to the end board. Comes out to the red line on the near side. Tice with a shoulder can't free it up. Konrowski after it again. 2.5 minutes to go in regulation. Stevens Point a 1-goal lead. Stout will pull it back. They will finish a change here. Stevens Point surveys it up on the forecheck. Moline took it away. Cody Moline in on the far side. He'll get it deep. Took a crunch, but got the puck deep. 2:15 to go here in the third. Stout back the other way. Trenton Heidi. Right wing Peyton Hart. Moberg picks him up on the near side. Centering pass back through. That's veered aside. In deep, Kobe Keller tries to center. Keller out high. Rallis with it now. He'll fire a shot out high. Extra attack around. Here's a shot fired. That's wired aside. Cody Moline after it. He can't get it. Stout with it. Extra attacker. Minute 50 to go. Here comes Stout. They'll shovel a shot. Backhanded shot. Went inside. Ryan Wagner fought it off. David Hill, a backhander. Can't clear it up. Moore misplays it and it comes out. Minute 40 to go. Extra attacker on. Far side. Ide reaching for it. Now Stevens Point. Moline pokes it to the far side. Point trying to change here. Stout will blister it in. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Now with it, here's Fletcher Anderson. Tries to clear it out. Poulius, far side. He'll feed it. Sam Ide. Ide will just get it deep. Fletcher Anderson after it with 1:20 to go and an icing call.
No way.
Oh, man. An icing call here.
Oh.
With 1:23 to go in regulation.
Wow.
And boy, the Pointer bench giving it to.
It wasn't icing. Sam Ide got the red line.
Gotta remember when you're 6'5", you got a little bit longer of a reach.
Yep.
1:23 to go here in regulation. Face off. Controlled by the Blue Devils. Extra attacker on Chirino. Tries to poke it free. Heidi goes deep. They try to come back in front. Centering pass through intercepted. Here comes Chirino. He'll feed it far side. Fletcher Anderson across the red line with an empty net. Anderson firing. Shot in the goal. Fletcher Anderson, an empty net goal. With 1:08 to go. Gives Stevens Point a 2-goal lead.
You just got to get puck possession. The Pointers finally were able to do that. And Dawson Chirino just found Fletcher Anderson again on the weak side. When he's at the blue line, that's a no doubt about her. Slam dunk into the back of the net. And the Pointers lead 4-2.
And a timeout going to be taken by Stout here. With 1:08 to go. So, we'll give you, Sean, I tell you what, Yellow Jackets of Superior. Charles Martin at the 11:54 mark. That game is 5-4.
That game has been back and forth on the
back and
period.
forth all night. Shots on goal, 32-23 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. And, man. And again, it is St. Olaf with a road win over Concordia. So they will go to St. Scholastica, St. John's at Augsburg tomorrow. River Falls has taken a one-game-to-none lead in their series, 7-1 over Northland. They outshoot the Lumberjills 63-7. All right, Stevens Point here has outshot the Blue Devils. Fletcher Anderson from Dawson Chirino at 18:52 with 1:08 to go. About what you expect for playoff hockey here, right?
Absolutely.
Right off the draw, Kobe Keller tries to walk in. Humberstone ahead to Jordan Fader. 1 minute to go in this game one. And here's Stout to the far side. Harrison Stewart as Stevens Point is just going to say, win the red line here and you'll win the game. Jordan Fader far side now. Stout trying to make things interesting. Wilson Northey trying to poke it free. Coming up on 40 seconds to go. Sean, the other thing you think about here is Max Pairwise here with a regulation win. And I think you're really going to find out. Now a Zamboni door bounce to Wilson Northey. Now Peyton Hart, long-range shot. That's blocked aside. 25 seconds to go. I think you're going to find out how you stack Pairwise against some of those Eastern teams with them not playing tonight. And see what happens with Stevens Point. All right, Boyce near side, 15 seconds to go. Bad angle shot turned aside and then jammed off by Wilson Northey. Now far side, spinning with it again. A long-range shot. That's up high and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 8.3 seconds to go. Sean, the Pointers are going to get a hard-earned 4-2 win in game one.
Yeah, absolutely. Good playoff hockey, good grindy game. The Pointers able to really ride a good first period and then weather the storm throughout the rest of the game. Stout really made some really good adjustments in the second period and here in the third to make this a game. You know, it was a big day for the team out east is the University of New England. They play Curry, I believe, and they're ranked.
Endicott, too.
Yep, they play, I believe Curry's 5 in the pairwise.
All right, the far corner, Hennigan will eat it up there, and this will do it. Stevens Point will take game one of this WIAC semifinal series in a grinder. But you get the win, more importantly.
Yep, you're
4-2.
You're able to answer the Blue Devils every time they tied the game up tonight, twice. And a big 4-2 win. And you get max points in the pairwise. So a good effort by the Pointers tonight.
Yeah. So that means a win of any kind by the Pointers tomorrow would advance them, even a tie. We'll see. So we shall see. Pointers get the win here, 4-2. We'll take a break. We'll come back, get you our post-game show, get you a recap. We'll get the thoughts of Coach Tyler Krieger as well. Stevens Point wins it here 4-2. Back with our post-game show coming up here on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right.
WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Pointers win game one of this semifinal series 4-2 over Stout, joined now by the head coach of the Pointers, Tyler Krieger. And Coach, I think a smart man in the pregame show asked you, if you can stay ahead of the curve in the playoffs is a key to success. That's what you did here tonight.
Yeah, you want to stay above it. I mean, we got a lead. They tied it twice on us. Fluky goals on their power play goal. The kid whiffed on the shot and then got the backdoor one. Second one, quick wrap, went off of Wiggs' skate. But we had good answers to those. We didn't let the officiating get in our way. We didn't let the other team get in our way. That's what we've been building towards, that exact game. And that heck of an answer in a lot of ways from a lot of players. I thought Pooley, Dawson, and Fletcher, obviously with the goals, but I thought they played phenomenal all the way around. And it was a good team effort. It's a team that's going to be ready to go tomorrow, so we're going to have to get back on it.
That first period really long. You got off to a great start. 15-3 shots in the first and a 1-0 lead. That was a good, especially coming out of the bye and all that stuff. That was a good start for you.
Yeah, we had a good week and a half of practice. We wanted to keep our edge, and I think that they were banking on us being a little bit rusty. I think we came out and popped them in the face in that first period. They came back and made their push in the second, opened the game up a little bit. But we stuck within the structure and trusted the system.
Throughout the game, Coach, concerted effort by the D-corps to pinch at the defensive blue line. Is that something you just saw in your scouting report where you could turn the tables a little bit back on them and get some transition offense going?
Yeah, they're a transition team that's going to, their D's leading the rush on half the rushes there. So, if we can get back as a 5-man unit and kill that, they got a D up in the rush. I don't think they do a great job of covering for them sometimes. So, we can play that game back and forth, but when we go up, for us, we got to keep that fourth man back. I thought we did a good job of not letting it get loosey-goosey back and forth both ways, where it's controlled coming back. Everything we've been doing this week has been staying above pucks, not letting those odd mans happen. Take that away and make them beat us in the zone.
I thought you really owned the red line at times here, and that's where you made life difficult for them. And
when it wasn't offsides or icing, it was good. But we played tight through the neutral zone, not let them wind up their speed.
All right, and this minigame format is what it is.
Yeah.
But you got the job done tonight. Same effort, got to be even better tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's twice as hard to do it the next night. We know that. We're ready. It's going to be a good test for us.
All right, Coach, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations on the win. All right, Pointers win game one here tonight by a score of 4-2. And what are we, about 3 minutes to go, and they're even at 5.
Superior and the Blue Colts even at 5.
Oh, goodness.
First one to 10 might win, right?
Oh, this game has just been silly in the third period.
All right, Pointers got on the board. Fletcher Anderson is 12th of the year from Andrew Poulias at 4:34. 1-0 Stevens Point. Pointers the start. 15-3 shots on goal in the first period, but only had a 1-0 lead. Stout answering on the power play 46 seconds into the second period. Kobe Keller with his ace of the year from Trenton Heidi. It was 1-1. Good answer by the Pointers at 8:01. Dawson Chirino is 6th of the year from Andrew Poulias and Fletcher Anderson. It was 2-1 Stevens Point after 2. 5:39 in the third, though. Maxis Bermanis just went wide, whiffed on a shot, as Coach said, and I think got it off the skate of Ryan Wagner with a backhander in unassisted. His 7th of the year. We were tied at 2, but a big-time answer at 9:19. Nick Ganrowski is 4th of the year from Evan Junker and Wilson Northey. Kind of a shot that just went through, hit something, and waffled up over the top of the goaltender Masternak into the net. Pointers had the lead, and then Fletcher Anderson seals the deal. His 13th of the year from Dawson Chirino at 18:52. 4-2 is your final score here tonight. Stevens Point outshoots Stout in the third period, 10-9, 42-28 for the game. So it is Tyler Masternak. He made some big saves for the Blue Devils. 38 saves for him here tonight. Ryan Wagner gets the win. He makes 8 third period saves for a game total of 26. Power play wise, Stevens Point 0 for 1, just with 3 shots on goal. Stout 1 for 3 with 5 shots on goal for the Blue Devils, and Stevens Point ends up winning 54.3% of the faceoffs here tonight, as the Pointers improve to 17-5-4. Stout now 17-10-1, and more importantly, Sean, the Pointers a 1-0 lead here in the series heading to tomorrow night.
Yep, 60 more minutes at hand for the Pointers, and a good result gets you to the WIAC championship game next Saturday.
Yep, that it does. All right, other scores. Again, finals. St. Olaf beats Concordia, Minnesota 4-3 in the WIAC first round game. They will play at St. Scholastica again, a game on Sunday, as they alter their schedule there because of the weather. They are approaching the final minute at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire, and UW Superior just missed a wide open net.
Yes, they did.
They're grinding away here, but we will see. I believe it is in the WIAC tournament, they resurface and then you play a 20-minute overtime, I believe, right?
Oh, really?
I believe so. Let's hope we don't have to find out about that. Who knows?
Right.
So we shall see. All right, so that is a final there. Pointer women this afternoon fall to Eau Claire 2-0. And they will play game 2 of their series tomorrow afternoon. And it's a 2 o'clock start there. And River Falls on the women's side beats Northland 7-1 to take a 1-0 lead in their semifinal series. So, and then when the Pointers tomorrow afternoon going to have to win in regulation, then win a minigame to try to advance to the WIC, the O'Brien Cup Championship, right?
Yes, correct, sir.
Got to win that, that's for sure. All right, we got our last duty here tonight, Sean. We got to pick our Pointer player of the game. Pretty easy, huh?
Well, 2 more goals.
I mean, that line was dynamite here tonight, and it is Fletcher Anderson with a pair of goals here tonight. He is our Pointer Blue Line Club player of the game, right?
Absolutely, my friend.
All right, hope you'll join us again tomorrow night. Game 2 of the series will be on the air with pregame programming at 6:45. Opening faceoff at 7. Pointers and Blue Devils in Game 2. As Stevens Point leads the series 1-0. 4-2 is your final here for Sean McMahon. I'm Tom Weaver. Thanks for listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. This has been UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, also by Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins in Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports Under Armour. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.